take me down to your level. Oh, you know it's unstable up here from the way you move. So give me something to hold on to. No, I've never been a one to give in, but there's just something about you. So come on up, 'cause we can make headroom. In this room for one bedroom, you know that we can make room for two. So if you're good, then I'm better. With us just never leaving this room. But your past foul place from your earlier days has left you all alone. Put me in a fortune. The small steps we go through are bigger than they seem. Step right up and face the attraction. Your overreaction, useless as can be. I know we're short on time, I know we gotta work soon. The 9 to 5 push through to the moment I could see, the moment I could see you. Put me in a just to let you know that I won't let you go. Just to let you know, just to let you know that I won't let you go. Just to let you know.
So sweet. You were a stunner, and then you walked away. It was a bummer. I was wishing you'd stay. I was feeling so low, so I decided to bounce. Tried to stop thinking about the love I might have found, but I couldn't get over what I just lost. Maybe I waited too long and I was paying the cost. Wanted to party, but you rode away on a Harley, and all I could say is this is gnarly. like the best way possible.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Eric Dewey.
And Saturday Night Live. No, Steve.
And I'm Matthew.
Holy crap, all three of us back in the studio at the same time.
One,
we
two.
are socially awkward. That's amazing.
I was about to say 1, 2, 3. House full.
Woo!
1, 2, 3, you and me.
And Bob Dylan.
It's nice. No, it's good to see you guys. It's been
too.
a while. Like,
It's been a while.
Matt and Steve I saw last week, but it's been a while.
You're just like, fuck you,
It's been a while
Steve.
since I've seen Matt, so that's good news.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, I think, because you guys did a couple of shows
Yeah,
that
we
I wasn't able to make.
What, 2 shows without
then
you,
you
and
weren't-
then Matthew went on vacation,
Yeah.
which totally blindsided Eric and I. We were just all like,
We
Matthew,
totally
are you
thought you were
coming?
back. It
Like,
was
I
hilarious.
only thought you were going
Oh,
for the
that-
weekend, and then you're
last
like,
week.
I'll be there in 6 hours. We're like, oh.
Come to think of it, I think he did post pictures in California today.
Yeah, I was really like sitting there
But-
going, like, Matthew was really late with his updates. Usually, like, sends pictures like while he's there. Like, he took his sweet time with this one. You're like, hey, assholes, I'm still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, all right.
Like, I thought you followed me on Twitter. What the fuck?
I do. I just
Yeah.
don't read my Twitter ever.
Oh, I got it. Oh,
Don't worry, my Twitter is favorites and retweets. At
yeah,
this point.
mine have been. I got addicted to ScanBC.
ScanBC.
Is a Twitter account that is from Canada,
right.
which is all their
So the
police.
BC is British Columbia.
Yeah,
then.
British Columbia.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all their police reports.
Oh, nice.
And I've been favoriting the funniest ass ones ever, and you can find these now on All White Tukey, where Patrick and I read them off and come up with scenarios of how this went down. Literally, I want to move to Canada because their crime rate is just cute.
I
Sorry about
learned
that,
that if you have a DUI in the United States, you can't enter Canada for 10 years.
That is correct.
I was not aware
Oh,
of that.
yeah, no, we don't like you coming in here with your drinking and your driving, but if you want to drink and drive in our place, it's okay.
It's classified as like a moral, something like.
They're like,
Yeah, it's like your father's disappointment.
But like 10 years, that's a long time.
so
Like,
yeah.
wow.
we're not really
Yeah.
mad. We're just disappointed.
Yeah, we're not
We're
really
just disappointed.
We're not really mad at you, eh? We're just disappointed.
And for that, you can't come into
Yeah.
our country.
Yeah. And for that, no Canada for you.
No Canada
you
for
come back
you.
10 years.
One of the greatest tweets ever on there that I've been favoriting, like anyone that I just find is hilarious. Well, the one that I found was 45 marijuana movement go to protest at the mayor's estate.
Right.
Mayor's not home. I was sitting there with you know how long it took us to get us all together, eh? I mean, we smoke pot. This took us 20 years to get this down. It was you want to double check to make sure he's not there?
It's one of those things you might just plan around when he's going to be there. Was he like not even in town? Was he like
He was
somewhere else?
just apparently at the mayor's office. He was just gone for the day or whatnot.
Oh.
They're like, you want to double check? Now, speaking of Canada, did you guys see the video I sent you?
Which one?
It was the campaign.
We've been sending a lot.
Oh,
of
yes,
nonsense.
the-
yeah, that was amazing.
I was just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was real
Yeah, that's like a real guy.
because that's rad.
That's awesome.
It was pretty epic, actually. I especially like the part when he killed it. Was it like a dragon or something?
Yeah.
And
then,
just like falls out of the sky, stabs it in the
And
head.
then like the big robot's walking to him, and he gets like Superman laser eyes, and well, I forget what his name is, but I'm running for Parliament.
Yeah, we'll definitely post that on the Facebook
Yeah, that was
page
good.
because it was funny. But
It was
yeah,
good
I've
stuff.
noticed that with us. We've become a really like sending us stuff back and forth now on our chat thing. Usually,
Man,
it's
those
just
gifts, man.
Oh, I love the GIF.
Shit.
I love that Facebook like embraced
And I like
the
that
GIF finally.
we use two different programs.
yeah. I'm torn. I don't know which one to use. I feel like
Who are you going to choose?
I feel like I'm in Captain America's Civil War right now. I'm like, am I going to side with Eric or am I going to side with?
I haven't tried Matt's. I like mine because you can search for stuff by keyword. You can. It also has it already broken down into different categories like reactions, and then in reactions you can get no, yes, or
Nice.
what the fuck, or like all these different things. So
Does that music like ones that
It
have
does.
sound?
I think it's just video gifts.
See, the
or
one that
just
I have
the gifts,
that
yeah.
has sound. And
Okay,
I
not the
fucking
videos.
love
See, I'm
it
like
a lot.
Spider-Man. You guys are fighting over now which one I should join.
I really have no dog in
Eric's
this
like,
fight. I might try the
Eric's
one
like,
Matt
you could
uses.
just die tomorrow
I just-
and I'll be fine.
I already have the one installed, so it's like, and I haven't not been able to find something, so I just continue using it. It was the first one that came up when the first time, like, it's like, oh, you can use gifts now. Check this out. And I'm like, okay, cool. And that was
Yeah.
the first one. It's the only reason I installed that one over any other one. And it's worked for me so far, so I'm good with it.
Yeah, it's a good time. I've enjoyed it.
I have some that I do want to talk about, but before we talk about most of the stories that have come up and everything like that, let's see how everybody's week's been, because everyone's been
Yeah, right?
everyone's been AWOL. So Eric, what have you been up to? I'm saving Matthew for last because I'm pretty sure his is
So
going to be
many-
epic.
so many-
So I want to end on a good note.
It's not big, but
Damn it.
You've done the most fun. Well, I literally have been very boring. My weeks has consisted of going to work and going to the gym. Still doing the gym thing, trying to go at least 4 days a week, spend an hour on the treadmill, watching some. I've been working my way through Avengers Phase 1. I'm
Yeah.
currently on Captain America, so
you doing this after work?
I do it. So usually after work,
Yeah.
because I'm not a morning person. I can't get up early enough to go to the gym for an hour, then shower and change and go to work. So no, it has to be after work. But it works out well for me. I usually do I do the treadmill, and because of my knees, I can't run, so I'm walking. But what I use is the treadmills that have the incline.
Yeah.
That changes.
Yeah.
And I use the pre-programmed cross-country courses.
Okay.
So it changes incline on you throughout
Yeah.
the course.
That's a good one, bro.
And so I'll do an hour, and I'll set it at like I can usually do it at 3 at least. I've gone as high as 3.7 on the speed, which actually translates directly to miles per hour that you're walking.
Oh.
So if I put it
So
on
you're
3.5
you're
and do an
power
hour,
walking, man.
I do 3.5 miles. And all of it is at some incline. It goes anywhere from 2% up to 9% incline. And I'll tell you what, the course I normally choose, it spikes up pretty early in, and then it goes down and goes up and down a little bit, but then very near the end, it shoots back up to 9 again. I'm like, I've been on the thing for 45 minutes already, and now it's at a 9% incline. I'm like, it gets the blood pumping, it gets the
It's
sweat
good,
flowing.
though.
It's
It's good.
Yeah, it's doing its job. So, and
have you started doing like any weights or
No,
anything
just
like
sticking
that?
to the stuff at work, just the push-ups, and I've been doing that thing I told you about last week. What I've been doing is, I told you before, I do like 15 push-ups once an hour.
Yes.
Well, now at the end of my day, my last set of the day, instead of just doing 15, I just go until failure. I just go until my arms say "fuck you, asshole."
Nice.
And I was able to. I hit 37 this week.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when I leave today, you can holler at me. Try not to do any push-ups on the way out to the parking lot.
Oh, wait.
But-
I got to... Oh, no, Sante says that. I was thinking it was Randall. Oh, no, I just go, 37?
Yeah, it was. It doesn't sound like a lot. I know people can sit. There's a lot of people that can drop down and do 100 and barely break a sweat. And I'm like, I'm not there yet.
But I will tell you this, Eric. The people who are doing that, they're getting kidney stones, apparently.
Oh,
I swear, at my work, it's an epidemic of kidney stones.
Yeah.
And it's all... This is the weird part. It's all younger guys. Like, they're
drink a
younger
lot
than
of
me.
caffeine, or-
I don't know what it is. But no, these guys are, like, in better shape than me. One guy's actually, like, a trainer. Like, he does, like, football stuff, and he does, like, all these things. He got him. I'm sitting there going, like, that's official. I have the perfect body. I don't have to do anything, and I don't get kidney stones. Perfect. Because I'm like, my shit's horrible.
So this epidemic, how many people?
It's been like 2 people already. One guy's like had him. He actually, I'm not going to mention his name or whatnot, but he was on the toilet for a long
Mike
time yesterday.
Jones. Oh, I'm just kidding.
And then he was all like, our one guy at work gets a text from him and goes like, well, this is why he isn't here. He had kidney stones. And then he apparently it passed, but blood came out for his urine and everything like that. So
That
it's
can
just
happen when you
that's
pass
always
a kidney
fun.
stone,
Oh yeah, no,
especially if they're
it's
the bigger
pretty
ones.
horrible. So
Have you had one?
I have not.
Me neither.
Yeah, either have I, but
I
I've
don't take
known
any, like supplements or anything that would probably fuck it. Like the most I do, I have some. What are they? Protein bars at work,
but it's
not like I'm not eating like 10 of them a day. I eat one a day.
Well, the weird part is
Whatever.
like there's like 3 versions of them. So if you get them, you're probably going to keep getting them. And the thing is, like one is like built with calcium, like it's like a calcium buildup. One is just like dehydration and not hydrating enough.
Definitely won't get those.
But what happens is like if
I
you can
drink a
pass
shit
it,
ton of water.
yeah. If you
I
get
don't. I barely drink any water.
that's what I'm saying. But if you if you get it and you can catch it, like when it comes out finally, you have to take it to the doctor so they can analyze it to find out what it is. Because there's like 3 types of kidney stones. To me, I just thought it were like being like Pokemon. And everyone's like, I gotta catch them all, kind of thing. But it's like, but yeah, it's pretty crazy with that thing.
I know I won't get the dehydration ones because I drink my. I was telling Stephen last week, my fitness app on my phone has the ability. You can plug in how much water you're drinking a day, and so I started doing that just for fun without changing my habits at all. I was drinking 22 glasses of water a day.
Yeah,
if you're counting them by 8-ounce glasses, I was drinking 22 glasses of water a day. So.
Yeah, no, that happened to me because I got to get back into everything and stuff like that. But like when I was tracking my calories and stuff, I would ask you how much water you drink, and I would calculate how many bottles of water. Because usually I'd have a bottle of water, and then I just kept filling it up at work.
Yeah,
and just keep having it, and then before you know it, you're like, oh shit, I've drinking like this many.
Well, it's usually counted by 8-ounce glasses. When they say how much you're supposed to drink, it's calculated by 8-ounce glasses. If you think about a normal water bottle that's half a liter is more than 2.
Yeah, it's more than
glasses.
2. Yeah.
It's 16.9 ounces or some shit. So that counts as 2 right there.
Yeah.
And then the water bottle I use, the Voss water bottle, that's an 800 milliliter bottle, so that's 3 glasses of water.
You want to get this? You want to put this in a metric for our metric?
I just said 800 milliliters. I said the metric first.
Man, that's crazy. I hardly drink water, and I know that's incredibly bad, and I shouldn't do it, but that's a lot of fucking water.
I do drink a lot. I pee a lot.
Things into your
I'll
body.
be honest with you. I pee a lot.
That's natural.
What'd you say?
I go, you put a lot of other things into your body that's natural, so it's okay.
Yeah, but water's pretty crucial.
I found I started drinking a lot more water when I gave up soda, though.
Yeah, see, that's like me.
I hardly drink soda.
I don't drink soda anymore.
So that made a pretty big difference. But yeah, so that's my week. Just still doing my little workout routine.
That was actually the weirdest thing. Someone got
muscle on. Oh yeah.
Someone actually had. My mom gave me some soda cans or whatnot. So I was like, all right, I'll just bring them over here. If people want to have soda, they can have soda. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll try one. I'll have one. I haven't had one in a while. I couldn't drink it. I drank like a little, and I was like, fuck, this got way too sweet. Like, I was just like, I was just like, okay, I can't
drink soda every now and then. I got Diet Coke for a little bit. I was like, oh shit, this stuff's like really, really good.
Isn't that so weird? Like when you were like little and you had Diet Coke, you're like, oh, what the hell?
I still can't drink diet anything.
Right.
Like I was so mad because I bought some protein powder stuff for Amy actually, and I was like, oh, it's in the house. Maybe I'll try it. And it's this vegan stuff. It's all plant-based protein or whatever. It's supposed to have this vanilla flavor to it. And it's Vega or some bullshit. I don't know what the hell it is.
Vega.
Yeah. So I thought, all right, I'll give it a try. And the first thing I took one sip of it is like, oh god, what the hell are they sweeten this with? I look at the bottle, it's fucking sucralose. So I'm like, oh motherfucker,
that's crazy.
I can't drink that artificial sweetener. I'm like, give me real sugar or nothing. I can't do it.
Real sugar or nothing.
I haven't used it, but when I do use it, actually I have to use it on. I bought the chai tea K-cups. Fucking horrible. Like just by itself. So you have to add, like what I do is I add a splash of milk and then like 2 of the raw sugar packets. That's the only time I use sugar now is like with that thing. And then you could actually make it go, oh, this is salvageable. You know, I can drink this now or whatnot. Before, it just tastes like liquid hot water with some hint of gross. It's like the best way I could describe it.
I want to go to Starbucks and order that one time. I'll be like, could I just have some I want some liquid hot water, none of that dry shit you got back there. I want the liquid hot water. And could you just flavor that with a splash of gross, please?
Hashtag splash of gross.
And the sad part is, if the barista's been there for more than like a month, they'll probably know what the fuck you're talking about. They'll be like, all right.
She just pulls out the K-cup like this.
Half calf decaf, non-fat, triple chai latte, please.
I love their chai.
Holy fuck.
I love their chai lattes. I love the chai lattes, though, at Starbucks. Those are freaking delicious.
I've never been a chai fan. I've never been a chai fan.
Starbucks is a franchise that was based out of Seattle. I don't know.
They make coffee.
What is this Starbucks?
Well, you see, she was a really good pilot in Battlestar Galactica, so they
damn right she was. I've got a lot of, like, from trade shows and stuff, I have a lot of Starbucks gift cards, but I don't really drink coffee, so...
I love coffee.
Excuse me. You got to say please.
They sell
Matthew,
other stuff
please.
there.
Can I have your
you know what they sell there, Matthew, that you could use those gift cards for?
What?
Bottled water.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
Just want a couple of bottled waters.
$10, please.
Yeah.
Like, here's 3 gift cards
I've
to
got
cover
a gift
that.
card. Shit.
But
that's funny.
Their bottled water is ridiculous there. It's like going to the stadium and buying a bottle of water, except you're at a location that you're not locked into. Mm-hmm. It's like you go to the stadium, you expect to overpay because they've got you. you can't leave and go someplace else and get it. You got to get it there.
Yep.
Whereas Starbucks, there's literally like any Starbucks you go to, there's going to be a Circle K across the street. There's going to be a grocery store across the street. There's going to be all these different places where you can get a bottle of water for a quarter of the price. And they still make a bunch of money selling fucking bottled waters.
Right.
I don't know how.
Well, yeah. So Monday, Megan scored snag tickets to T Swift
Oh.
on Monday. So we're gonna go and
She got a purty mouth.
T Swift.
Yeah. That's really, like, I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan as far as looks go, but there's something about her mouth.
I don't
know what it is. It's her lips or something. It does something for me.
I probably know more of her songs than I think I do. I know, like, her most
There
recent
were a
one.
few songs of hers that I found out were hers after I had heard them. That I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that was it.
I know she's
All right.
she does that "Shake It Off" song.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Question about it. There was something that I forgot that came up like a while ago. Something with her belly button. What's up with that?
Something going on.
Like Taylor Swift wouldn't show
she
her belly
doesn't
button.
have one.
Oh,
Or then like
She's a
she finally
clone.
did or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was like, Taylor Swift XYZ.
Taylor
you know,
XY.
Yeah, Taylor. That was it. Yeah, Kyle XY. Yeah.
I don't know.
Only on ABC Family.
So what is your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Mine?
Yeah.
We are never ever getting back together. That one.
Oh, she does do that one
Yeah,
too.
she does do that one.
Shoot, man.
There's also
I'm not
that
really
one
sure.
like "You Should Be My Boyfriend" or something weird.
You know what my favorite song of hers is?
What?
I don't know what it's called, but it's the one that she wrote based. She was inspired by the anime One Note. Blank Space. That's what it's called. Maybe.
Blank-
Wait, One Note
Yeah.
or Death Note?
Blank
That
Space.
one. That's a good
Have you
track.
not?
I have not heard
that?
this one.
There's
Apparently
a part
there's-
in the song where she talks about being crazy. She says she has a long list of old ex-lovers, and then she says, "I've got a blank space, baby. I'll write your
Oh,
name."
and she does that like
yeah,
click
and
thing.
there's a scene in the video where she's wearing all black and she's just holding an apple.
Ah.
I was like, "Holy crap!" Like I thought it was
Oh.
a rumor.
That was that meme I saw where someone
This track.
had her,
Yo, turn me up.
and then below,
turn me
and then
up.
below her was the Death Note guy.
Yeah.
you know, with the,
Yeah,
okay.
this track. Yeah, this is a big track.
Yeah, this is really popular.
Yeah, this one gets a lot of radio play.
It's not a bad track. I'm not a huge fan of her music, but I'm not like opposed to it either. Like "Shake It Off" is annoying as fuck.
It's catchy.
That one I will say.
She has some catchy quicks.
I'm pretty stoked because she's like one of the biggest things in the world right now.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure the show's going to be pretty badass just because it's like an actual like stadium show,
Yeah.
and there's like I'm sure there's a lot of fucking money behind this tour.
Now apparently she has a. Oh yeah, I don't want to interrupt the part that comes up.
Guy's good for a weekend. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love to play.
Yeah, it's gonna repeat it.
And you love the game. 'Cause we're young and we're reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Wow.
When
Apparently,
you think about that in the context of Death Note, that's like, oh damn,
Well-
girl's twisted. I love it.
but you know what's really weird is like more of these women that we had no idea about are huge anime fans and things like that. Like the one,
Ronda Rousey.
yeah, like she
Rousey,
wants to
Rousey.
play. She wants to play Miss Marvel, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, fucking give it to her.
I saw
Well,
that the other day.
but has she acted in anything? Like, it's one
I
thing to
don't
be
know.
like, okay, she's a fan, great, cool, she's pretty, yeah, okay, awesome, she can fight, okay, good. So if they have a fight scene, it might look good, but can she act the rest of the movie? Because
Well,
You never know.
Marvel's
I mean, if
not
she-
in the habit.
If she meets with them and there's some interest, they'll probably like put her towards the avenues of getting towards what she needs to.
yeah, they could probably
skill-wise to do
Well,
the
she's
role,
got the name
but-
recognition right now. That if they were planning something right now, they might look at her and be like, okay, she's got the name recognition. Let's see if she can do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They probably might bring her in. They could probably test screen her, and then they could be like, you know what? She could do this if she had an acting coach, and then they bring in an. I mean, that movie's not going to come out for like what 2017 at this point.
That I think bodes the worst for her actually, because by the time I don't see her being a
Timeline-wise.
lasting name. Like right now, she's got that name recognition because she just had that fight. She kicked some serious ass. She's been all over the news. that's not going to last for very long unless she does some other stuff, and that's all depends
she's
on her
kicked a lot of
winning.
ass.
Basically,
she kicked a lot
well,
of
she's got to
ass.
continue winning, and I don't know if,
She's undefeated
especially
so far.
Marvel, is going to be willing to.
Well, we'll see.
roll
I
the
mean,
dice
I'll
on
put
that
it this
one.
way: Marvel hasn't really.
I say, let's
picked
throw down
anybody
money on
wrong.
this. We're going to put money.
But I will say this with the Taylor Swift, there is actually apparently there's a song. I remember someone told me this a while ago. I could be wrong, so it could be somebody else. But apparently, most of her songs are about ex-boyfriends, and so always like she's bagging up. But there is a song I guess called Steve, and it's actually not bashing
Oh,
that person.
I have to know.
So if that's the case, that song's about me.
The whole reason why I brought it up is because you were talking about.
There's a Hey Steven. Maybe that's
That
what
might
it
be
is.
it.
That might be it. You were talking about how water at Starbucks is really expensive. So
Yeah, we
I'm
really
I'm going to see the show, and I'm going to have to pay a lot of money to have fucking beers. And
Oh, that's true.
It's going to suck.
Take,
You want a
take a
pregame?
big bottle of water with you, as long as it's sealed. As long as you don't crack the seal on it before you get inside, they should let you take it in. So at least you'll have water, and then you can pay money for the beers. You don't have to worry about.
So when is that?
Monday.
This Monday.
Monday,
correct?
Monday,
Okay,
Monday.
So we'll talk about it next week then. Cool.
Awesome.
Props to you. Touch my hand.
Are you guys? Are you close? Are you like
I have
got
no
good
idea.
seats?
No, it's probably.
Where is it? Is it
it's probably
Comerica or is it?
It's jobbing.
U.S. Airways.
Jobbing.
Oh, jobbing. Okay.
Oh,
I
shit.
thought it was at Cardinals, but
No, that's University of Phoenix.
yeah,
Jobbing's
I mean,
like right next door.
I'm sure. Yeah, I know, but I'm
Jobbing's
sure.
where the Coyotes play, where they almost didn't play, but now they're playing again.
Fuck. I mean, I feel so bad for them, dude. They're just like getting fucking strung along. But
They're like, no
yeah,
one
it's at
wants
jobbing.
us.
So I don't know. I'm
like
not
my
sure
third
where it's
child.
at, but should be interesting. So that's the whole reason why I brought it up, because you had mentioned prices. So.
Oh yeah. No, but that's cool though. See, Taylor Swift, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of her music, but I'm also
You
not
can also appreciate it.
opposed to her music like I am some people. Like some people, I'm just like, no, fuck that. Like
Yeah.
Nickelback, fuck that. No.
Yeah,
Okay, well
dude.
that's like
Somebody give me
what's her fa-
tickets
well,
to a
that was
Nickelback
like-
concert,
that was
I
like-
would like throw them in the air and say, if
That's
somebody
like-
wants them, and I bet you anything they'd land on the ground and stay there.
That's like
Nobody would pick 'em
that's,
up.
that's like what's her face? Was it Kesha? Like her,
Yeah,
it's
I
like-
can't get down with
it's
Kesha
like,
either.
I like some of Kesha's songs.
Okay, first off, she's got catchy stuff, but it's just like
It's generic catchy is what
Yeah.
it is. What I like about Taylor Swift stuff is at least it's got a uniqueness to it. Like it may not be my favorite, but I can recognize the talent there. There's a lot of people like that where I can look at it and be like, I recognize that this person actually has some talent. Unlike some other people like Justin Bieber or these people who have
Oh my
zero
God.
talent
Oh my God.
and just got propelled into fame for no fucking reason.
I was out to eat a week ago.
Uh-huh.
I was out to week to eat
Wow,
ago.
dude, yeah.
I'm really. And a song came on, and I'm listening to it, going like, "Wow, this girl has a really pretty voice." And then it gets to the chorus, and I go, "Oh shit!" And it was "Baby," and I'm like, I thought it was a woman. This is not like even trying to be like, "Ha ha ha, fuck you," like Justin Bieber. Swear to God, when it started off, I was like, "Wow, this woman has a really good voice."
Amy somehow
You done
got
fucked
a
up. You done
subscription
fucked up.
to Cosmo.
I did not fucked up.
And I
He
don't
fucked
know.
up.
She swears she didn't sign up for it, but we get Cosmo to our house every month now. And I'll be honest, I like to check out the perfumes and colognes. in
I
there.
saw that post. I was about to fucking post because I fucking read Cosmo too. There's nothing wrong with it, man. I like the articles. The fucking quizzes are hilarious.
They're hilarious because they're so wrong. They're
Yeah.
like, your man will love these things, and I'm reading them going, nope.
101
Nope.
ways to get your man off. Like,
Like,
101?
show up, be naked. There, two.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah, wait. This is 101 ways to get us off. Apparently,
according
fuck.
to Cosmo.
I've known like 3
But I did note. So
of 4.
the cover person, which is normally like a celebrity or something like that, they have their like featured article, and they used to do like a personality, not like quiz, but like, hey, this is what I like. I'm into
Okay.
this. They don't do it anymore. I'm bummed because I got the newest Zooey Deschanel one, and she looks damn good on the cover. Actually, Megan bought it for me. She looked damn good on the cover, and
And it didn't have her turn
it
ons
didn't.
and turn offs?
It didn't have her little quiz thing.
Oh, that
I was
sucks.
bummed, but I was going to send a photo of that, like me, like with it, like there's nothing wrong with a dude
Well, it's
reading
just,
Cosmo.
I was
Or-
literally waiting, like I was sitting in the bed waiting for her. She was on the phone with somebody, and I'm like,
Eric
nothing
was
to
like,
do.
"How
I'm
you
like,
doing?"
I'm all, hey, this magazine's here. So I started flipping through it, and this particular issue has a fucking pictorial spread of Justin Bieber. And it's weird because I guess he's done like a lot of work on his body to look like a man.
Is it
but
true this
it
time?
doesn't do anything for his face.
Well, last time,
At all.
last time he got a picture taken for I think Calvin Klein underwear or whatnot. They
Oh, it was
photoshopped. They
photoshopped shit.
photoshopped the fuck
You know
out
what?
of that one.
That doesn't bother me because they do the same thing to the girls. I
No,
mean,
they
they
don't.
yeah, they
They're-
do.
they're
all
always
all
no.
the female models are photoshopped to
Aaron.
shit. It doesn't matter. That doesn't bother me. But the fact of the matter is, it's like maybe they could have done something to make it like while they were in there with the Photoshop. They've already got Photoshop up. It's already loaded. That's the hardest part, right? Once you've got it up there, you might as well give him just a little bit of a masculine jawline. Just a little bit. Just a hint. Just a hint to maybe make us think he's a male human being. Just a little bit.
He is a male human being.
That just reminded
me. The jury's out on that.
That just actually, when you say masculinity, that just reminded me something. And I know we're going to talk about it because we're going to tease it, but something about Fantastic Four. We'll talk about. But I did some homework beforehand before I watched that one, so we'll talk about that.
We do have to talk Fantastic Four.
We will talk Fantastic Four. But Matthew, how was your week?
Oh, wow,
that was your birthday weekend. Like
it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Okay, you're becoming like Patrick on the show, where I'll ask him for a story and he just gives me bulletin points, and I'm like, okay, we've wasted 2 seconds on the podcast. Great.
No, it was good. Went to L.A. It was my birthday, and we went out there. Megan's company had their mid-year event, and we got to stay at this really nice resort called Terranea.
It was creepy though, wasn't it?
The photo I sent you, that was a creepy hallway, wasn't it?
That was some shining shit.
Yeah.
I got so angry. I got so angry because he sent the picture, and I was like, oh, shit. I'm sitting there typing, like, come and play with some Matthew. And then Eric hits up with Red Rum. I'm like, son of a bitch! I was so pissed.
I went for the short one.
I was so pissed. I was just like, fuck, I had it. And Eric fucking... But then I was all like, you know what? I'm actually cool with that because we're on the same page here. So
yeah, it was creepy. And we had to walk a lot of those hallways to get to our room, but... we stayed there. It was really nice. It was right off the coast, and had like the ocean, and I saw a couple whales, and I saw a big pot of dolphins. I saw some sea lions, so that was cool.
Awesome.
None of them were shot by dentists, though, right?
No. We did that, and then we stayed the rest of the week, but we went down to Fullerton. Her brother's family lives close to there, so we spent some time with them. Went to Disneyland. Disneyland. I went to Amoeba Music, Burger Records, saw the movie Inside Out.
Oh, okay. How was that?
I liked it.
Did you cry?
It was fun?
Yeah, dude.
No, it's okay, because everybody who's seen it
dude,
has
I cried at Big Hero 6.
Oh, that's true. I did, too.
Yes, I cried it Inside Out.
You know what's so weird? Like actual live action movie, I'll be like, man, fuck those people. But then like an animated movie, I'm like, oh no, dude, I just something's in my fucking in my eye. No, find Nemo, he's right there.
Just find him. Oh
God, allergies.
Dory, you're such a bitch.
Allergies.
Am I still queued up?
I can turn you on. You got something for us?
So I'm obsessed with this song.
Matthew is obsessed with the song.
I'm obsessed. Oh, here we go.
Like the ukulele. Dig it.
Already sold me on that.
A long, long time ago, there was a volcano.
We're all just sitting here like swaying back and forth.
In the middle of the sea. He sat high above his bed, watching all the couples play, and wishing that he had someone to.
We'll go to the chorus and then I'll stop it.
And from his lover came this song of hope that he sang out loud every day for years and years. I have a dream I hope will come true, that you're here with me and I'm here with you. I wish that the earth, sea, and the sky up above will send me someone to love.
So Pixar always does the short little animated movies before, and this was the one. It's this volcano that's just out in the middle of the ocean, and he sees all these pairs. Like, did you see this?
No, I haven't seen this yet.
Oh, you haven't seen Inside Out?
No, I want to see it. I haven't.
Oh shit!
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
That's why I asked about it.
So he sees like 2 whales and 2 dolphins, and everything's paired. But he's just this lonely volcano, so he sings this song out, and there's, you can listen to the song and figure it out. But there's a volcano that's young and hasn't come up yet, but it's a female volcano, and she hears this song because he sings it out every day, and so she finally comes up. But it's been so long that he's drying up and like dying off.
Aww.
And so he sings it out one last time, and that's when she like the earth rumbles and she comes up. And she pops up, and you're like, yeah! And she's facing the other way. So the volcano's behind it, and he's looking at the back of her mountain, and he's like all bummed out. And then, obviously sea levels rise, so he gets buried. And she starts singing it, and then he hears it because he's underneath the ocean, and the same thing happens again. So then he gets like erupted up, and they're together. So it's like a love story about lava, and it's saying, I want somebody to, lava, but lava. It's really rad. I'm really down with this song.
I've actually given props to Disney, even with like Big Hero 6, their little short they did with the dog, with the food.
Yeah, dude, I love those shorts.
But my favorite one was the, I think it was when Wreck-It Ralph came out, and they did the paper one.
Yeah,
I thought that one was actually
great. With
so
the
cool. Yeah,
and-
actually, what was that one? The umbrella one.
No, it was the same one because it was it was like the paper man or something, or paper boy, and like the paper went through, and the guy met the girl.
Yes, okay. I thought you were talking about the other one where it was like they actually did they did one where it wasn't any animation at all. It was just all taking pictures of like almost like an old Disney cartoon, but real life stuff. But they all had faces on them.
Oh,
and it was like an umbrella. I'm trying to remember what movie that was with.
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
That was like the first one they ever did like live action.
thing?
Yeah, it was I want to say it was a Pixar thing. I'm trying to remember what was the last Pixar film that I saw in theater. That was it. Yes, it was with Monsters University.
Monsters University. Okay.
Blue Umbrella?
Yes.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
like-
Then I must be confusing the two.
Yeah, because the paper one is just animated, but it was the one where where like the guy worked at the paper place, I think, or something like that.
And
But
through
yeah,
the paper airplane.
yeah, through the paper airplane, and it just went through everything, and then like him and the girl met. But then there was that one where it was like the blue umbrella was looking for like a red umbrella, maybe I could be wrong. But yeah, and then it was
That's
like,
right. And the street had
Yeah, like, everything had
a face.
faces on
That's
it.
right.
Ah.
And there was like that one was awesome.
That was so cool.
That was a good one.
I fucking but I do want to see Inside. And now, like, oh man.
Yeah, you gotta see it. It's
I gotta
really
see it.
good.
It's really good. That's what I've heard. Like Pixar, I don't know. Pixar's never, and they just showed like there was a poster thing that came out on Facebook. They showed all their films coming up for the next couple of years.
There's like the Lonely Dinosaur coming up.
Yeah, they have the Lonely Dinosaur.
There's
There's supposed to be
Zootopia.
Finding Dory. Then there's going to be the Zootopia. Then there's going to be Toy Story 4, where apparently is Woody and a Bo Peep story was the rumor, and then they're doing Incredibles 2.
Yeah! That's the one I'm
Finally.
pumped for.
It's
Oh,
been-
man,
oh my God,
Incredibles
it's been
was
so
so
long.
great.
Though the problem I'm having though is I saw Cars 3 in there. I'm like, why?
Dude.
I didn't.
So you've been to
I didn't see
California
any of
Adventure?
the first ones.
No, I've never.
Oh, and have you been? You've been there?
Not recently, but yeah.
So I had never been there either.
But they have the Cars thing.
They have
right?
Cars Land.
Yeah.
They didn't when I was there.
Okay.
The last time I was there, they were still building that.
Cars Land is pretty rad. The real Lightning McQueen was out, and he was fucking driving on the street, and I tried to get a picture, but I couldn't get it.
Matthew,
but
why
like
did-
he
why-
talks, and like the people were walking with him, and he's got the eyes. It's
Oh, really?
it's like holy shit, that's really
Okay,
Lightning
now
McQueen.
is it the Olsen?
Just want to sneak up behind him and slap a Decepticon sticker on his
shit.
back. see what people say. People are like,
Is
oh,
it
crap!
the Owen Wilson voice?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like it's Lightning McQueen. Like,
Well, yeah, I know that, but I wasn't sure because sometimes they did like commercials way back for like a car insurance thing, and it
it's
wasn't
whoever
him.
was in the movies.
Well, that's him. Yeah,
It was Owen Wilson.
It's Owen Wilson.
Yeah, then this was a legit.
Matthew, I'm a car. That's what I do. You know, I drive around, hang out with Maynard. You know, I'm going to be in Zoolander. It's going to be great.
California Adventure. It's
They're making a Zoolander too.
Oh, God,
They
did you
are.
see the
They
preview?
are.
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Oh, you haven't seen it? There's a teaser trailer.
It's
Man.
rad. It's that one's fun.
Incredibles 2, Zoolander 2. I'm happy. We got Deadpool coming. We got Spectre
Oh, yeah, did
coming.
you see that?
Oh man, next year's gonna be
What?
Did you see
great.
the Deadpool trailer?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I finally did as well last week.
Yeah.
but
I'd forgotten about it until I'm like came here. I'm like, oh, we should probably talk about this.
Did you have you rode Twilight, the Hollywood? I can't. Hollywood Tower, the Twilight Zone ride at
Yeah.
Oh
California Adventure?
yeah,
that's
it's my
fun.
favorite
You
ride.
did it?
Yeah,
Oh,
my favorite
Florida?
ride.
That was the first time I went on it.
Yeah.
and I rode
The one in
it.
Florida is even better, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's
They're
with
both great.
that's with MGM, like their area.
Yeah, it's still in the Disney. But
yeah, it's in the Disney,
MGM.
but it's in the MGM area, which is actually funny because
Why is it better?
The ride lasts longer.
Yeah.
You get more ups and downs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why, but
'Cause
the one at California Adventure is fucking awesome.
yeah. We
Loved it.
we got there when the park opened, and that was the first one I went on. Megan was like, "I've ridden this before. I do not want to ride it."
Oh,
And I was like, grilling her. I was like, "Is this like scary? Like I don't know. I know it's a drop ride, but I don't know what to really expect."
Yeah.
So here I am, just me. I can't wear my glasses because I'm like, I had my sunglasses.
yeah, you gotta hold on to that.
Yeah. So I can barely see. And the room was cool where they show you like the Twilight Zone video and
yes.
like
And
tells
the
you the
stretching
history.
room.
Yeah,
oh,
so
that's
much
some
fun.
awesome shit.
That was cool. Then you get in the ride. I mean, the effects were awesome. It was a really, really cool thing. But to ride it first thing in the morning, I was like, I got off and I'm like, I'm definitely fucking awake. Holy shit! I didn't realize it like was hydraulics. Like,
Oh yeah, because it does
up and
it does
down.
like the shh. And
Well,
then you're like,
you know that unlike most drop rides, in Tower of Terror, you're not free falling when you're going down. It's pulling you down faster than gravity.
Yeah.
So you're actually falling faster than a free fall. That's why it's so like so gut wrenching.
Yeah.
Because you're actually falling faster than you would be falling if it were just a straight free fall. Which most drop rides they pull you up and then they
just let you go.
simply drop
Yeah.
you. But
Yeah, this one
it's-
was-
They actually have that
Nutty.
at the Universal Islands of Adventure. They have a Dr. Doom ride that's like that.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, but it was cool.
Okay, you went to Disneyland too, right?
Yeah, we did
Okay,
just
did-
one day, but we had the park hopper.
But did you check out all the new stuff that they did with the park for the 60th anniversary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. We didn't stay late enough to see the fireworks or anything like that. Like, it got really, really fucking crowded
I
later
bet.
as the day went on. But rode all the major rides. Had a really good time. I freaking love Disneyland. It's so rad. But they now have a Disneyland app that tells you the wait times for rides.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So we walked a lot. Our feet were hurting that day, but we were very efficient. Like,
Hitting all the stuff.
watching all the stuff. Like, okay, Big Thunder Mountain's only 25 minutes, so we should probably go now. So we'd go there, and the line would be quicker. So we park hopped, and yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
and then you
okay.
have the fast passes that you can
Yeah.
use and stuff like that. So
Oh, very cool, very cool.
It was
I'm
good.
trying to remember the last time I was at Disneyland or Disney World.
never been to Disney World.
I've been to Disney World twice, or maybe 3 times. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The MGM studio, which was kind of cool. That area in Florida, they actually have a Muppets show.
Nice.
Where you sit down and watch that. So that's always fun. Who doesn't like the Muppets?
I love the Muppets. And
Hitler.
they're coming out. The
Muppets
show's
are
coming
Yeah,
back.
the show's coming back. Oh, jeez,
It's gonna
man.
be fun.
Muppets are making a comeback in a big. Okay, did anyone see that rap battle?
Which one?
Rap battle of history. It was Stan Lee versus Jim Henson.
That was
I
one of the
think I saw
newer
one.
ones.
Yeah,
right?
it was one of the newer ones. It was
I did
pretty.
not.
It was pretty. It was pretty good because at the end, all of a sudden, Walt Disney shows up. He's like, "I own both of you, bitches."
Nice.
It was pretty good.
That's right.
But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you had a good birthday.
Yeah.
You're now 31, like me.
Yes.
And
Youngins, you little whippersnappers.
Oh, you
Hey,
think you think that's bad? So I think I'm now a co-host on Geek Laser podcast or whatnot. I'm the oldest one there now, and I felt like I'm Eric. What happened? I used to be
Sorry.
so cool. I was all babbling about taxes and kids getting off my lawn.
You're
It was
like,
weird.
Shit.
Those damn kids, man. Fuck. Hate them kids.
Okay, so this I want to bring up. This is actually from a coworker at work. I won't name the name. I just want to get your guys' opinion about it and whatnot. And I think it's a cool idea, but I don't know how I feel about how they have Kickstarters and Indiegogo pages, and this is a GoFundMe page. So this person really wants to go into game art design.
Okay.
But obviously they don't have the funds for it or whatnot, and they're trying to figure out scholarships, and they saw that it's going to cost almost, I think, $1,000 or something like that just to do the stuff they want to do. So they started a GoFundMe page. Now, do you think that's probably a better way to go to try to get an education to do it if they can't go through scholarships or whatnot? I want to know what your guys' opinions were about this.
I would definitely try that before getting a student loan. That's for sure.
Okay,
Because
that's what
those
I-
things are ridiculous. It's just a matter of if he knows enough people. See, with the GoFundMe pages, you're really just asking for money without
like
anything to
perks.
give back.
Yeah.
With Kickstarter and Indiegogo, you're typically offering a product to where you're saying like, okay, this is what I want to make, and if I get enough money, I can make it, and you can have one. Whereas with GoFundMe, it's literally just give me some money, and I've seen people use it. I've contributed to a few where friends or acquaintances of mine have put up for medical bills or for this, that, or the other thing. If I feel it's a worthy cause, I'll throw a couple of bucks at it. I don't mind. As far as getting an education, if it was a friend of mine who wanted to get an education and throw up a GoFundMe page, I'd throw a couple of bucks at him.
Yeah.
Okay. You too, Matthew?
I think I would. Well, it'd have to be. If anybody just did it, I wouldn't be like, okay.
Yeah, no.
If I thought that like they were really talented and they could, and I kind of like.
I've seen their artwork. They posted on I
I'm not
follow
trying
them
to be
on
a dick.
No,
I'm just
you're
trying
not
to be
being a
real.
dick. But I've seen their artwork and stuff like that, and they're very passionate about video games and stuff like that. It's something that they're really like in tune to and everything like that.
I saw them draw that turtle on that pamphlet that they send out. It was fucking awesome.
It was awesome.
Best fucking turtle.
No, basically,
Remember those things?
Step one. Follow the steps.
Basically, I ask because this person has gone through and gotten, they got a Twitter account. They've been doing a lot of social media and stuff like that. They've been asking me a lot of questions because obviously we are pretty much built into social media when it comes to this or whatnot. So if that's the case, I was thinking might ask the person to come on the show.
Cool.
Maybe if they want to talk about the thing, I'll pitch it to them or whatnot. But now I'm going to blow your guys' mind. It's a female.
Oh,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if I'll check with them if they want to come on the show or not before I reveal anything else or whatnot. But if you guys are cool with it, then we'll see if they want to go ahead and do that or whatnot.
Yeah, totally. Totally down with that.
I figured I'd check first before he goes like, "Fuck those people who want money from me." That'll be like, okay, we'll invite them on the show.
Dude.
Yeah.
I say.
So we can ambush them and be like, so you started a GoFundMe page, huh? What the fuck gives you the right? I'm just kidding.
I say. People are more than welcome to come on this show.
No. Just hopefully I will invite them and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'll come on." Or they'll be like, "Fuck you. I don't even like you." I don't even know why I gave her that voice. She doesn't even have that voice.
How'd you know I was even starting a GoFundMe page?
Follow you on Twitter.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, thanks.
I've been following you. On Twitter.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Private.
All right, cool. Well, I'll
watching
shoot her a Facebook message and see if she'd like to join us on the next show.
Bling.
Hell yeah.
All right, do it.
Send her one of those direct messages on Twitter.
That's what I do.
There you go.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi,
No,
this is Steve.
I'm glad she doesn't listen to this show. Or she'll be like, "God, this guy's being really creepy right
Yeah,
now."
what the fuck, man?
We're all creepy.
So how's your week been?
The usual. I got to do the fun of trying to pay for groceries shopping, not going over a $50 limit. Did that successfully at Walmart. Yeah, I'm really at the because Verizon screwed me over. So
Verizon screwed you over.
yeah, I have to pay for that phone now because they said it was. It's not up to their standards, which is funny because if you go back to the page now to do the Edge program, they added other list stuff. Before, when you go on there, it just says, "Is your phone in good working order?" But now, like Patrick on All White Tukey, he had the same problem, actually. He goes on to Verizon, he says, "Oh, yeah, no, now there's a drop down where there's a list of stuff to actually collect. Is your phone in good working order? No, this is wrong with it, whatnot." And they're like, "Oh, so they just changed that like 3 weeks after I did mine." I'm like, "You fucking pieces of shit." So Verizon, you're on my shit list now. So if I find you, I will catch you. And I will fucking rape you in
So
the
you have
mouth.
to pay for the phone?
I had to pay for my old phone. So basically, I get to keep my iPhone. They sent that back to me, my iPhone 5. Yay, great, because I'm not using it because I'm using the 6 now. So now I'm just going to trade that thing into fucking GameStop. I'm like, fuck you guys.
But you have to pay for it?
Yeah, they're making me pay for that phone because it was damaged.
You're paying it monthly?
No, I have to pay it monthly. I don't have, I have to pay. They were asking me to shell out
So they're making you
$400.
pay until it's paid off?
It's paid off, yeah.
Wow.
But they're not asking for like a monthly bill. They're like, "Oh no, you owe $400 basically." So I paid what I could this month, and I'll pay the rest of it next month.
Suck.
That's what I said. So
And you didn't try to fight it longer?
I didn't even think to do that.
I would have fought that.
I
would have fought
the
that
cell
so
store.
hard.
Matthew, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Oh,
That's
dude.
why.
I mean, it is what it is. You're already doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm already
that's
doing what I'm
fucking
doing.
$400.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit, I would be
But-
on the phone.
But like I said, I'm a lover, not a fighter. But apparently, I'm not good at either one. So
Said, okay, $400 for the phone. I'll come over and do, let's say, 40 hours of lovemaking. call it good.
sad part is, I probably could do that.
You're like, hey, I'm only asking for $10 an hour.
That
$10
sucks,
an
man.
hour.
So-
I can understand.
So Verizon's on my shit list for a little bit.
For sure.
But and then a weird thing. So you won't know this person, but I will bring you into the realm of Daniel Goebel. He's getting married. I got invited to his bachelor party.
Go.
But I'm like, okay, if I can afford it. But I was like, that's the first. Again, this year's like all years of first. I lost my virginity finally. Went to what?
Good for you.
Touch my head.
But yeah,
But
no,
not
my
that-
week's been basic, just
Not my head.
just same old, same old.
Weird.
Yeah, a lot of that. Guys, we have to talk about this. I've
No.
been sitting on this for like a day and a half now.
Now, is this
It's been eating it. I have to talk about this out loud.
Does it
because,
have
oh
to
my
deal
God,
with
it's
somebody
hilarious.
under a bridge?
No. Yes. Now I'm like, what bridge?
I was trying
All
not
right.
to just
So
put
you
it
guys,
on Front
you guys
Street.
heard about Target last week came out with they're going to do away with some of their gender divisions in some of their departments, specifically the bedding and toys.
Yes.
That's all they said. They're going to. It all became. I guess there was some big stink on Twitter about how somebody went to a Target and they had the bedding department divided up into bedding and girls bedding, not boys bedding and girls bedding, just bedding in general.
Makes
and
sense.
then girls bedding. And so somebody got all bent out of shape. And so instead of just, adding a boys bedding section or just whatever, they're just calling it bedding now, and everything's together. And they're doing the same thing with toys because people were complaining that, oh, well, why does it say that only girls can play with? To me, here's the thing. I don't give a crap what toys your kids play with. I don't care what my kids play with other than, it's got to be, appropriate for their age level, I suppose. But the fact of the matter is, if I go into the store and want to buy a Barbie, I know where to get it. It's not like I'm going to get confused because there's not a boys section and a girls section, or if there is a boys section and a girls section. If I'm shopping for a Barbie, I know that it's going to be in the toys and I can go get it. So it really makes no difference
Not
in that
at all.
respect at all, whether they put up a sign or not.
Yeah.
But some people are taking this way too far. First of all, some people assumed that they meant the entire store. Like they were going to just group all the clothes together, and you had to go through each clothing item on the rack to see if it was a boys or girls item.
That'd be great. I would just want to make a store like that, just call it Inconvenience.
Exactly. And that's so people are literally thinking that that's what Target means, and so people have been blasting Target on their Facebook page. Well, Target doesn't respond right away to some of these things, so some other guy decided that he was going to instead. So he creates this account called Ask for Help, uses the Target logo as his profile picture, and starts responding to people. And some of these are so fucking hilarious because people assumed that it was actually Target responding. Like this one here, I got to read this one. Diane from somewhere or other said, "Are you Target people out of your minds? If I'm shopping for my granddaughter, I want to know where the girl things are. And the opposite when I'm shopping for my grandson, of course. Guess what? If my grandchildren develop an identity crisis, I can still find what I want. No one is saying that girls cannot have boy things or that boys cannot have girl things. But I have seen so many people point out here, I want the convenience of being pointed in the right direction for what I am looking for. Is that too much to ask?" And so here, she thinks Target is responding.
Yes.
Says, "Diane, we at Target find it hilarious when older customers such as yourself come in and get lost or confused. So when you ask, is that too much to ask? Our answer is yes. Yes, it is. Thank you for your customer loyalty."
That is great.
It gets better. Some of them are absolutely hilarious. This guy says, "Wait, what? Where will I find my tampons? I'm so confused." And Ask for Help responds, "We at Target are confused. Your picture is of a man, but your name is Rosie, and you're asking where the tampons will be. The tampons will be in the same section they have always been, the feminine hygiene section, which, contrary to your belief, is not the toy section. Thank you for your customer loyalty." So it just gets better. Like I feel bad for the actual Target PR person who has to try to undo this mess because the these people have done. I just can't even. This guy, this was one of my favorites. This one is from Eddie and Candy.
That's what I was reading.
One account that says, I want to say that I'm totally against Target doing away with gender-based bedding, etc. for children. We will no longer be shopping at your store. And here's Target replying, and we at Target just want to say we are totally against couples having one Facebook account. It's ridiculous and just wrong. We will now be adding you to the cannot shop here list.
Now, one of not if all of us, but at least people here, you guys have worked in a retail kind of job before. And my favorite thing ever, when I used to work at Kohl's, people would get angry at me. This is when Kohl's first opened up, so Mervyn's was still around. People would get angry at you and be like, you know what, I'm going to go shop at Mervyn's. And then what I love is when we found out, like, Mervyn's was going out of business. Like, so when people would just throw that back in my face, I'm like, yeah, if it's still open. But I love it when people did that to you, where they were just like, I'm never going to shop here again. It's all like, it doesn't affect me at all.
So, some of these touch
and we'll
on that
see
too.
in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
this one's
see you
great.
next week when Mervyn's is out of business sale.
So Chris writes to Target, why are you letting socialist activists run your business? You do realize that almost all Americans hate political correctness, right? And here says, at this point, he had actually named his page Target Customer Service. Like, I guess he was forced to change that, and that's why he was at Ask for Help, but this must have been early on in the day. Yeah. And he goes, Chris, we at Target believe that the socialist agenda is a righteous cause and fully support it. But yes, it does appear that quite a few Americans do, in fact, dislike being politically correct. So to demonstrate our ability to not be politically correct, we invite you to write your opinion on a short little piece of paper, roll it up, and gently insert that piece of rolled up paper into your behind. Have a great day, Chris.
I love this one. This girl actually pulls out a Bible verse where she's like, Target listens to tweets and removes gender labels from toys. Wow, God made a difference between male and female as they should be. I would never give a boy a Barbie doll. It's not... I can't even pronounce it because it's a Bible term, and I don't believe in the Bible, so I'll just say. But anyway, so 1 Peter 3:7. So many people are making their boys and boys that the weakest link, and make their daughters mainly. God made a man and a woman complementary to one another. God has spoken through His writings, words. Let the church say amen. God said what He meant. God commends that... you do not edit, critique, proofread, or revise His words, or all the plagues of the Bible will come upon you. As for help, says Stacy, Target would like you to know where in the Bible does it say boys cannot play with a Barbie doll? Because we would sure like to use that in our next biblical argument. Then she replies back with a documentary about 23.5 or whatever.
23.5. Yeah.
Clothing and affectionate personal examples. A child whose parents can't afford the expensive clothing for school may not display the confidence that other children who would have latest clothes display. That says nothing about Barbies and boys playing with them.
I love it. She goes, this is a very big fail, Stacy.
Yeah.
Stacy, you suck.
This is... I kudos to this guy. I like how... well, see, to me, I don't know. There's different types of trolling. Trolling stupid people, I think, is hilarious. Just trolling to troll is kind of a dick move. But yeah, people just being like dumb and outrageous on all this kind of stuff.
That's what I love about this. Like, I don't normally like to feed internet trolls, but this guy was on point. There's one from Sherry who says, Target, fire the gender neutrality engineer. Apologize for your stupidity. Pray people forget the whole thing happened. Just ask JCPenney. And he comes back with, Sherry, we apologize for nothing. Nothing! She responds back, another person responds back, if it's just bedding and toys, why cater to a few? Is there more to come? Shared fitting rooms, restrooms, when does it end? And as Philip says, shared fitting rooms seem to be another one people are pushing for. We're glad to hear you agree with this. We'll forward the information immediately. And she's like, no, I'm saying I don't. It was hilarious.
That's good.
Some of these are absolute. There was one here. Oh man, I gotta find there was one that I literally like busted out laughing at work, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to be on Facebook at work, so I'm like, it's funny. I'm like, I just remembered a joke from the other day. Here's somebody whose Facebook name is Luis Dolly Gaglardia. Mesa.
Terrorist.
And she says, really, I must apologize my error. I had no idea that Target Facebook page was a sanctuary for the Rainbow Brigade. Forgive me for intruding on your sacred ground. Truly a place where I really don't care to trot or belong. Truly my error. Such violence and intolerance. I'll leave you to each other. You deserve each other. This is I don't understand any of it. And so he had written back again. He was still listed as Target customer service, and he says, "We forgive you, Louise Deli Gargia Massa, but we do not forgive your ridiculous middle name. Shame on you."
I like this one. So I guess I don't know if this is a new person or the same person, but Debbie goes, "And I used to love shopping at Target. Bye bye." He asks for help. Goes, "Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, Debbie." And then she replies back with, "Wow, really?"
So has
this guy makes $1 billion by the end of the week? I guarantee
has he
you.
gotten in trouble or anything?
Well, that's the thing is he posted it after he did all this. He took screenshots and posted it to his personal Facebook page. So he's not exactly hiding.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if Target has come in and been like, "Okay, you have to cease and desist this." Kind of movement.
So obviously, he had to change his name at some point because originally his page name was Target Customer Service.
Yeah,
and somehow that got to be. What's really funny is at one point somebody was threatening to, "I'm taking a screenshot of this and sending it to this," and so he comes like, "Josh, please don't. I'm sorry. This is my first day, and this is just really frustrating to deal with all this." And then there's this one guy, Josh, keeps posting on all of his other posts. And he's like, "Josh, stop it!"
Which is really funny because the only complaint I've had with Target so far with not anything to do with this, but my personal thing, I ordered a game off of, this is weird. It's I tried to buy a game from them, but I was not going to pay the $39.99 when I saw it was on sale for $19.99. So I'm like, yeah, I get it for that price. And then it came down to it was I shouldn't even be blaming Target for this point. It's the fucking post office that was fucking up because it was it was shipped to the post office and they literally sat on it until the last day it was supposed to be delivered. I was so I'm I can't really blame Target for this. It doesn't go "Oh, Target fucked it." I'm like, no, it's our postal system because it's owned by the fucking government.
Yeah. Here's a good one. Rhonda says, "Shame on you again for falling in with a few that are screaming for their rights with the toy gender junk. You have rights only as long as they don't tread on someone else's." Ask for Help says, "Rhonda, while we surely would like to keep your annual $120 coming in every year, we understand that sometimes a department store and its customers must part ways. Take care." Oh, that $120. Some of these are just absolutely hilarious. Oh, this one is the one that killed me here. Judy says, "I've been a loyal customer forever, sometimes shopping there 2 times a week. If you change everything to gender neutral, you have lost a customer. I read you're also considering Sharia law in Michigan. Shame on you. This is America." Okay, first of all, why would Target have anything to do with Sharia law at all? They don't set the laws.
Right.
And it's what the hell? But so Ask for Help. This is the best response I've ever seen. It says, "Judy, we at Target would just like to say one thing. Allahu Akbar."
Jeez. Oh, man.
That one absolutely floored me. I was dying.
Oh, jeez.
It was just fantastic. He's got a ton. If you go to his Facebook page, the guy's name is Mike Melgard. That's Melgaard. He's made this particular gallery public, so you can go in and see it. Some of them are just absolutely killer. You just got to read these things. This one was a good one. Nikki says, "Are you seriously not separating boys and girls' toys anymore? It's ridiculous." And he replies back, "Nikki, we invite you to come and separate the toys yourself. We just personally can't keep doing it anymore. It's a lot of work." Oh, she kills me. Now, he is opening himself up. The fact that he's making it public and hey, look at this is who I am and this is what I'm doing. It makes him open for a lawsuit. It really does. It just depends on whether or not Target really wants to pursue it. And like I said, I do feel slightly bad for the actual Target PR person who has to try to clean up this mess later, because people are going to see these responses and they're not going to get the joke. And they're going to think that Target is actually saying this, even after Target tells them that wasn't us. Yeah. They're still going to be like, "Yeah, it was. It had your logo."
I love stupid people. I really do.
So I feel a little bad for that PR person, but at the same token, That was just too good.
Oh yeah,
Just
it's
too
great.
good.
Yeah,
It's great.
That's good stuff. Well, that was it's so much fun. Should we go for a break?
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and cut to a break, Matt? You got something?
And then
for us
we'll
for a break?
give you the teaser of Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about Fantastic Four.
Fantastic fucking Four.
I don't even know why I'm doing that.
I don't know what that sound effect is supposed to be.
I'm Reed Richards. That's my
But-
stretchy arms.
All right, folks, we'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy these tunes while you wait.
Stab a sorry heart with your favorite finger. Paint the whole world blue and stop your tears from stinging. Hear the cavemen singing, good news they're bringing. 7 seas, swimming them so well. Glad to see my face among them, kissing the tortoise shell. A longing for some fresher feeling, belonging more, just forever kneeling. Where's the sense in stealing without the grace to be it? 7 seas, swimming them so well. Glad to see my face among them, kissing the tortoise shell. Smashing my mirrors, turning to see if you're cowardly. Burning the witches with motherly liches. You strike the matches and shower me in water games. Watching the rocks below, tossed and tamed in time to your flow. 7 seas, swimming them so well. Glad to see my face among them, kissing the tortoise. 7 seas, swimming them so well. Glad to see my face among them, kissing the tortoise. 7 seas.
Salvation Army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And a message coming from my eyes says leave it alone. Don't wanna hear about it. Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the hounds of hell. And if I catch it coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what I'll do. And the feeling coming from my bones says find a
And we are back. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us during the break. Thank you, Matthew, for the tunes to jam to. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Woo!
So, we've been teasing it all episode.
Yes.
Is it time
We've been
to have the conversation?
Let's put it this way. We've been giving you guys the tip the whole evening. And now it's time to bring it to you right now. The fantastic facial. Oh.
It's clobbering time.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so Eric sent us a link
Yes.
on the Facebook saying, hey, the 1994 never released the Fantastic Four movie is online right now. Watch it before it's gone. So we decided to all do homework this week and watch it.
Yes.
Which I'm really proud of us for doing.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this thing, first of all, for those who aren't really aware of this, we're talking about, this was a Fantastic Four.
Directed by Roger Corman, I believe?
Yeah, directed by Roger Corman in 1994. This movie was never intended to see the light of day. They made this movie simply because they had to in order to keep the rights to Fantastic Four. Kind of the same reason they made it in 2005 and kind of the same reason they made it this year is because they are required to. I think if they go 10 years without,
they lose
that's
the
where
rights.
they lose the rights. So they have to put out a movie. In this case, instead of just making a shitty movie and trying to pass it off as a good movie, they just made a shitty movie that was never intended to be released.
Mm-hmm.
They gave this guy a budget of $1.5 million.
Now, I don't think they
That's
even
it.
told the actors or anything like that. In fact,
yeah, the actors had no idea. There's rumors that Roger Corman knew and rumors that he didn't know. But if he did, he was the only person involved in the actual production of the film that knew.
And then there was also apparently two posters were kind of released through certain theaters, all over in certain areas of the country, where it would be Fantastic Four is coming soon and whatnot. And apparently there was a trailer that was attached to another movie that people actually did see a Fantastic Four trailer that was coming out in 1994, but this movie, yes, was never intended to be released. The only way you could see this movie was during if you could get a bootleg copy at a comic convention, basically, people had. So then
they pull these things down quick. They get posted online, and then Fox gets a hold of it and pulls it down. I think they might have stopped bothering now that it's like, okay, it's accessible now.
Well, not even that, because there's also supposed to be, just as like The Death of Superman, there's a documentary that's going to be coming out soon about the Nicolas Cage film. But there's also is a documentary about this Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be titled Doomed.
Yeah, Doomed is coming out. So let's get everyone's so now I went into going like, look, it's 1994. You kind of already know the backstory. I was like, the only superhero movie I could compare it to at that time was the Tim Burton's Batman that just came out.
Okay.
So I go, okay, let's look at it from that aspect, or whatnot. So and then you jumped in. So what were your guys' feels like? How did you guys go into the movie just going like, this is going to be terrible? I don't really give it any expectations, or like, what was it?
Now let's first of all, I had just come off of watching 2 movies back to back for my other podcast, Her Majesty's Secret Podcast. We had watched a couple of really, really bad movies to talk about on that one. So I was coming off of it like back to back bad movies, and I was expecting this to be everything that I had seen recently. I was expecting it to be even worse than all of that. I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
It's not... Don't let anybody fool you. This movie is not good.
No. I'm not. No. I'm not saying like this one deserves an Oscar.
Let's
this is
be
the best
clear
Fantastic
here. Let's
Four
be
ever.
clear.
But surprisingly,
it did have elements. Okay, first of all, yes, the acting was not very strong. However, that's what you get when you have $1.5 million to cast an entire movie, and especially an ensemble piece where you have 4 main stars plus a villain, plus all of the...
Actually, technically, in this film, I did not see this twist coming. There was 2 villains.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Which I was very like. I was like, wait a minute! You did something that the new Fantastic Four has not done. You gave us 2 villains in your universe.
Yes, that's right. The Fantastic Four has to deal with not only Doctor Doom but also the Jeweler.
Which I'm kind of concerned about the Jeweler, because I think it was supposed to be called. I think it was supposed to be the Mole Man.
No, he wasn't a mole. He was like a troll.
But in the actual comics, there's a character called the Mole Man.
I never really followed Fantastic Four comics very much. But so here's the thing. So you have a bunch of no-name, pretty much no-talent actors. But you know what? They went out there and they tried.
Oh, yeah.
They gave it what they had. Now, what they had may not have been the best, but they...
To me, it looked like a made-for-TV movie.
No. Yeah, it definitely had those aspects. The actual story that was written, fairly basic origin story, Fantastic Four stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary there, really.
Now, I actually watched the newer versions that 2005 and the 2011 ones that came out. I did a double feature back to back to watch that, just to be like, how good were these movies? Because I'm like, I remember going to the theater and seeing these.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is funny is like after watching this one and seeing those refreshing, they actually took a lot of stuff from those movies and put them in these movies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff where you're like, oh, wait a minute. They had this idea. Like, they basically had the concept. They just didn't have the production or what they wanted to do with it. So it was kind of interesting. Sad part is, I will say this, the Doctor Doom was the best Doctor Doom I've seen.
It was a great costume.
Ever. Yeah, his costume was awesome. It looked so authentic, what I know
seriously.
Doctor Doom will look like.
Yeah, no, it was the costume for Doctor Doom was on point. The costumes for the Fantastic Four, on the other hand, they went full spandex, blue and white, with the giant four right on the
Just
chest.
exactly like the old school comic.
Like old school, like 30s and 40s comics. I'm like, wow. They made a bold choice there.
They did.
Made a bold choice.
Really did.
But it was authentic.
But Doom was on point.
Yeah, this is the funny part with Doom. It's like when I saw this Doctor Doom and how he, like, no, get me wrong, the acting wasn't the greatest or anything like that. I'm sure the actor they had in the other ones was a better actor. But I go, like, the guy was dedicated. He did the origin story, but as soon as he was put in that metal suit, he stuck with it. There wasn't like, I have to take off my mask or anything like that. He actually created a Doom voice. It wasn't just like, oh, hello, Reed Richards, kind of thing.
Yeah.
His henchmen were dressed exactly how they were in in the comics. They did Latveria. Like, they actually, like, to me, I was like, I kind of wish they would have taken this Doctor Doom and moved him into the other movies. I'm like, he would have been perfect. Like, don't get me wrong, the guy, I know he was a well-known actor. They picked him for the other Doom movies, but you literally see him, he's just like behind the mask. He's like, I'm Dr. Reed. Like, it's a normal voice. Like, he didn't even try with anything. So I was like if you were to remove everything from that movie and just kept the Doctor Doom stuff, I'm like, you guys nailed all of that. Like, surprisingly, that's the first time I've ever seen Doctor Doom represented on a movie. That's the best way they did it, which is sad. Yeah, this movie had the story down. Nothing special, but a good, solid origin story. We were talking before the show how hard it is to do an ensemble piece where you're introducing the characters right away. That's why Marvel was so smart about the way they did Avengers and being like, here, we're going to give you 6 movies to introduce these characters before we throw them all in the same movie. Yeah. And that way, when we get to the actual movie, we can tell a story. We don't have to worry about 6 different origin stories. We can tell a story now. And that's what I think made the Avengers so great. Fantastic Four doesn't have that going for them. Like, because the backstory is they all got created at once together as it was, it would be pretty much impossible to be like, okay, coming in 2016, Sue Storm, the movie. Yeah. Coming in 2017, Johnny Storm, the movie. It was like, oh, great. So now we're going to try to build the Fantastic Four one at a time.
Did you recognize some of the actors?
No.
No? So, Johnny is, I believe he was in the movie. Remember the movie, The Boy Who Could Fly?
No.
No? Oh, okay. That was the old, I think it was an 80s, maybe
I'm
early 90s.
I'm going to pull up an IMDb
movies.
and see if your skills are on today.
I did.
Young Sue Storm was the bratty-ass girl in Addams Family Values. She was the bratty girl at the camp. She was the... Just like, I was like, oh, I know that girl. It cracked me up when... Reed was got older and was like, all right, they're getting ready to go on the spaceship.
Yeah.
And they get to the door and I can't remember the thing's name.
Ben Grimm.
Ben. Yeah. Looks at the mom and is like, can we take your kids to go into outer space? And she's like, her eyes light up because she hasn't seen him in so long. She's like, you sure can, or something like that. But then Sue Storm walks down the stairs. So Reed sees her when she's a little kid.
Yeah.
And Sue Storm's like, oh my God, he's so dreamy.
Yeah, she is totally in love with him already.
And so he comes back and she's all grown up and she walks down the stairs. Plus, when I first saw her, I was like, damn, she actually looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, she filled that pretty well. She's going to look good in that spandex suit.
But yeah, he's like, oh my God, Susan, holy shit, look at you. I'm so much older than you, but I'm going to bang the fuck out of you.
He's like, I know this is a DC character, but I just became the elongated man.
The acting in it just fucking cracked me up.
It's weird, though, because there's certain parts where you're like, oh,
but the blind woman?
Oh, that's my favorite thing. How they just kind of threw this sub-story, in. I was just what?
The whole jeweler subplot... Yeah. Including her was completely unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary.
Now,
but it was fun.
It was, yeah. But Eric was mentioning, you could really see where the budget ran out and they had to do stuff with it. So we'll talk about some of the special effects. Now, I did like the idea. This was a kind of a cool concept. But I never
have to call them special. Well, they're special.
No, they're special.
They rode into the studio on the short bus.
We'll do it this way. They have mental effects. The one thing I thought was actually kind of a cool twist, I didn't think about that, is all when Reed was going over that's right, that's our powers. He's all Johnny, you get hot-headed sometimes. I was like, okay. He's like, and Ben, you're always angry. He's like, and me, I always stretch. And actually, I was sitting there going that's actually kind of fucking believable. They never really even did that with any of the other ones. I'm like, I could fucking see that now. It kind of makes sense how they did get those powers.
My favorite part about that scene was not only the fact that he was laying it out, it was it's our greatest, our big, what we consider our greatest weaknesses are now our greatest strengths. And then the Johnny Storm drops the Batman reference.
Oh yeah,
says, holy Freud, Batman! I think you're right.
I was like,
oh, that's.
I was like,
different universe, but I like it.
I was like, who got sued for that?
Nobody. Movie never came out.
Yeah, I know. But okay, and I will say this: for the animatronics on the Thing, we'll talk about the Thing. Actually, you know what?
That was a dude in a suit. That wasn't animatronics.
Well, they did do the animatronics
For the mouth.
for his mouth,
yeah, you're talking about the facial movement. No,
But like
it
how-
wasn't horrible.
No.
Yeah, I mean, for the time, I'm like guaranteed if you got Jim Henson on that project, it probably would have looked a lot better or stuff like that. But then again, it's like they did kind of like the same concept for
They
the
didn't
next.
have the money to CGI him, and thank goodness, because you saw what they did when they did CGI stuff.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So we'll talk about that. So Johnny, that was okay. So I don't know how we want to break this movie down because I know that part like is towards the end of the movie. But
Well, I really feel that, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised throughout most of the movie, and then for the last 20 minutes, I really felt like I got what I expected at the beginning, which was total and utter shit.
Yeah.
Because it just turned like it was acceptable up until that last 20 minutes. Then it was like every shark in the ocean, they just jumped them. Every single one. Like
Yeah.
it just went completely batshit. And then when they tried to make the special effects of Johnny Storm blocking the death laser ray coming
Yeah.
from space. First with his ass. Like first he's like
Yeah.
straight butt into the laser.
my favorite part though is when he's getting hit. You just see like the things flipping, but him's going like, oh no, I'm not kidding. That's the actual sound that's coming out of Johnny Storm at that point.
But the fact that the CG quote unquote ends up being like cheesy 70s 80 animation.
Yes.
Like it's not even
good cheesy.
not even not even an attempt at actual CG. It's like, what is this? Like I'm like, was this movie put out in the 60s? No, this was 90s.
1994.
But again, as Ziggy points out he reviewed this movie on his website cinemaontherocks.com.
Mm-hmm.
He points out that they have the budget of what a Doritos commercial for the Super Bowl gets now. Think about that.
So they
have the
really-
same budget to make a
they've
movie.
really- they've really
that
stretched
Doritos
it.
has to make a fucking commercial for 30 seconds. I mean,
Now, my funny,
That's insane.
Now, great things in the movie. Of course, they've kept things like traditional to the comic universe, such as when the Thing first it was like it's clobbering time. You're like, all right, great.
Oh,
but
the
after
first time he said it
when
was
he first
great.
says it, you're like, awesome, great. I'm like, I feel the comic universe there, and then it's like every single time he got into a fight, which is like it's clobbering time. I'm like, so every time is clobbering time.
yeah, so you're like my father in Miller time. It's always clobbering time, isn't it?
You fucking drunk.
Yeah, the first time he said it, I was like, all right, I'm
I was
on
like,
board.
yeah, I'm on
It is
board. Yeah, it's
clobbering
kind of
time.
fun. But I
5
love
minutes later,
all of
oh,
his
it's
fight
clobbering time
scenes.
again. All right.
I do have to point this out. All of Thing's fight scenes is just from the waist up.
Yep.
It's just and just everyone's going flying. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, with the punch or whatever. But like, just love how everything was just from the waist up with him.
Well, it's because they only had the suit once, and he took 2 steps in it and it fell apart on the bottom
Probably.
half. So they had to film everything from the waist
Now,
up.
I
after
like what
that.
they did with Johnny, though, with some of his fight scenes. Instead of his entire body turning flame, because Johnny's known for just turning, like, if he wants to shoot fireballs and stuff like that. So they did do a kind of a cool tradition to that, where it's not every single time he's like, I got to be in fully engulfed in flames. And then I just, the Reed Richards shit, just every time he stretches.
Oh my gosh, that was the most ridiculous.
The one where
effect.
he's like in the fucking hallway.
Yeah.
And the absolute worst one was at the very end, as the credits rolled. Are you kidding me? With that arm out the top?
Oh, I love that. Like, that
Obviously not being controlled by anything but the wind.
I love how that girl really fell in love with him just fast. It's like how the movie end was just
she
like,
touched
oh, we're
his face
married.
one time. She's like, oh, I'm going to touch your face. And then... Oh, you're talking about Reed
I'm just
Richards.
talking about
and
Reed
Sue Storm.
Richards, Sue Storm.
Well, at least they had a little bit of a history.
No,
I'm
but
talking
even-
about the blind
Oh,
girl.
yeah,
in
just
the
at
thing.
the end where he's all like...
She's like, he bumps into her, knocks over this priceless statue, which breaks all over the place, and she's all mad about it. And then she touches his face, and suddenly she's not mad about it.
Yeah, you know what she did? She went home and just was all like, oh, Thing, I'm going to play with my Thing. Oh, 1994.
So, like, she sees him this one time. She doesn't see him again until she's been kidnapped by the jeweler, and Thing comes in to save him. And she only knows his name because she thought he died, and she was responsible for the memorial statues.
Yeah. Oh, that was my favorite part, too. Okay, so with the jeweler, that guy, okay, I'll put it this way. This guy actually acted his ass off. He's like, I'm going to give this character a voice. I'm going to give him, like, some things. But his one fucking henchman was like, oh, you should come with... I'm like, okay, fucking put on the brakes for the overacting there, buddy, all right? He's like, you can come with that. I'm like, fuck, are you fucking serious? Really? Like, no one else in the group, like, talked like that. Like, if the entire group was like, look, we're all going to do goofy voices so we all fit in. But it was just like, no, the jeweler is the head man, so he's got to have a character thing. Okay. The next, number 2.
There's like 3 guys behind that guy going, kiss, kiss ass, kiss ass.
Kiss ass.
Yeah, that guy was-
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, my favorite part is all like, don't let him take the girl. He's like, you have to get through me. And Doom just like pulls out a badass move, though, by Dr. Doom. He just pulls out the gun. He's all like, look, just get the fuck out of my way and I won't kill you kind of thing. The guy's like,
Okay.
and then his dying scene.
Oh
too.
yeah! Oh no! That's right. That one guy was like, "I'm going to stand up to Dr. Doom because I'm such a badass."
Yeah.
But then he's
Yeah,
doing
he's
that.
just, I like that. He sits there, and you guys can't see
You think
this,
he was
but
trying to summon something? You think he thought
I
he had
don't-
magic?
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
all, "Whoa,
but
what's
he,
it working?"
literally, you hear the gun go
Oh,
off.
I rolled a critical fail.
Yeah, what I love though, you hear the gun go off, and the guy's acting is just, he just like falls. It wasn't like he fell back like the gunshot. It was literally just like, and just like toppled over. You're like, oh, you fucking
just happened
overacting
here?
son of a bitch. He's like, hey, if I'm going out, John, we're not shooting anymore. Drop the voice.
We ran out of film a long time ago, dude.
I don't care.
Budget's been gone for weeks.
Yeah. I stay to the role till the movie gets released. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Finally, it's online. He's like, oh, thank God. Oh, do you know how long I was? I've lost relationships.
Oh my God, that's how you really talk?
Yeah, families. I couldn't get a job. Yeah. But it is what it is. But I would say this: look, if you have an hour and 30 minutes, it's free right now. It is completely free. I highly recommend it. You have to see this train wreck.
AV Club.
I just torrented it, but you know.
Oh no,
it was streaming. I just wanted to not.
Oh, you can find it on Daily Motion. You can just.
Yeah, I think
The
what's
link that
happened
you
is
sent,
I think
it was it was like a AV Club link or something.
it was something. I forget what it was. But the thing is, basically, what's happened is I think with all the backlash from the new Fantastic Four, that Fox is not really pushing to, because this used to be like somebody would post it on YouTube and then a day later, boom, it was gone again.
Yeah, it's gone.
And somebody would post it up somewhere else and boom, it was gone again. I think they've given up. I think they've gotten to the point where, you know what? It's out there.
But
people can find it. We might as well stop fighting. We won't acknowledge it. We won't condone it, but at least
You know, if Fox
at least
was,
they're watching one of our movies,
if
right,
Fox,
guys?
If Fox was smart, they would just be like, "Oh yeah, that was a fan made." Just like fucking, just go with it. But now, what it makes me want to watch is the 1991 Captain America, and now the Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren that was released as well. I want to see more of these bad Marvel movies or whatnot. But I say if you got the time, just watch it or whatnot. It's just it's like you have to see it. Like if you're just a comic book fan or you just love the Marvel films, you can just see how far they
it's
came.
surprisingly true to the comics as far as the origin story
Yes.
goes. It's the acting, like I said, it's not great, but you can tell that it's sometimes you watch movies and you can tell that the actor just doesn't give a shit. They're like totally phoning in their performance, and I hate that way more than a bad actor giving it everything he's got.
You know what's really funny? You can really see when it dropped off of them just going like, we want the movie to end, with the part where they get captured and then Dr. Doom is trying to suck their powers out of them. Like the only one that's screaming is Sue Storm, and literally Richard Reeves is just like,
This fucking guy.
Are we done yet? Are we done yet?
Victor, come on.
Yeah, Victor,
knock it
come on.
off.
But
Yeah.
So, but I will say it's funny. I didn't realize the copy of Fantastic Four I do own from the 2005 movie is the extended cut.
Just you had to watch more of it.
No, this is the thing. There's a few bits and pieces. But there's a part in it where I was like, wait a minute. Fox owned the rights to this the same time X-Men came out. Why didn't they put this in the theater? There's a part in it where he's talking about, oh, you want somebody more rugged, and in the actual movie, he just kind of makes his chin chiseled, like Mr. Fantastic. And this one, it turns into Wolverine's face. I was like, that would have been a kick-ass crossover. I'm like, why didn't you guys keep that?
Should have.
Could have saved the movie. I mean, look at X-Men First Class. I wasn't on board. I was like, this movie sucks. And all of a sudden, Wolverine showed up. I was like, go fuck yourself. So I was like, all right, I'm on board.
I'm on board now.
No, I'm kidding.
I just watched recently the Rogue cut.
You were talking about that.
Of Days of Future Past, and
Yeah,
I gotta say,
it was good.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the thing: it doesn't add a ton to the story. If you're a fan of Anna Paquin, like I am, because I will look at her all day long.
I will say this: you got
Exactly.
HBO Go. Fucking check out just True Blood. I think it's almost the end of season 2. You can see her topless.
All right. I also have the internet, but
Hi, I'm Eric. I like the Rogue.
But I like Anna
Fantastic
Paquin, and I
Four.
like the Rogue character. So I thought it was interesting, but there was one particular scene in the movie that just sold me. Like, okay, the Rogue cut was worth it just for this one scene.
Yeah.
And it's a scene that was... You've seen Days of Future Past, right?
Yep.
You know the scene where Magneto, young Magneto, is walking through the hallway to go get his helmet.
Yep.
Okay. In the Rogue cut, at the same time that that's happening, you see old Magneto walking through the hallways of the busted up underground X-Men lair underneath the mansion.
Okay.
So it cuts back and forth. So you see young Magneto. I keep saying Wolverine. Fuck. Young Magneto walking through the hallway, and then old Magneto walking through a hallway, like the same like motions and everything.
Yeah.
It's worth it for that scene alone.
So how much more does it add? Like
I think it's like
lengthwise.
I think it's like 19 minutes.
Oh, really? 19 minutes?
Yeah, yeah. Kyle, actually, we talked about this on Long Box Test. I think he said it was like 15 to 19 minutes that it added to the film. But that's about it.
It didn't seem like that much.
That's what he
Rogue,
said, too. He was just like, what?
Yeah.
I guess how they split it out. But
Is
yeah.
it like scattered throughout the movie, or is there like one
Not really.
particular
No,
part
what
where-
it is, I mean, we could say...
Yeah, okay, look, the movie came out
So
last
spoiler
year.
alert.
Everybody's seen it. If
So
you
you know the
haven't
part
seen
where
X-Men First Class...
Wolverine almost loses
do
it
that now.
and stabs... what's her name?
Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde. And she's like bleeding. She's like barely able to hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
In the Rogue cut, they say, "Oh, she's not going to make it. She's not going to be able to do this. How can we complete this mission?" And they're like, "Oh, well, you once transferred your powers to Rogue. Why don't we'll go find her?" And they reveal that Rogue is being kept underneath, basically where Cerebro was, because
Okay.
she's being held by strikers, people, or whatever. And so they have to go to the mansion and break her out so that they can have her take Kitty Pryde's powers to continue the link.
Why didn't they just include that?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know if it was just for length. I don't know what the deal was. But
I don't know. There's certain stuff where they like. I understand when I watch certain movies and they cut stuff, and you watch the director cut. A good,
like I said, that
added
one
bonus
scene,
to it.
because when in the movie when Magneto's going to find Rogue and walking down that hallway, it's at the same time in the movie where young Magneto is walking through that hallway to go get his helmet back.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
And so the way they cut it, where it's like these two different hallways, these two different characters, but they're the same character, just future and past, and it's just like, oh, that's
Yeah.
It was just so emblematic of the entire film. It was fantastic. It was a great scene. So I would have kept it just for that alone. But I guess if you cut Rogue from the film
Then you
until the
don't-
very end, when it's just like, oh, she's there,
You don't
just
need
to
that
prove.
scene then, yeah.
Yeah.
But then also speaking of X-Men news, Patrick Stewart's coming in for Wolverine 3, the final one.
Awesome.
Nice.
So
I'm down with that.
he's like, make
I
it
love
show
me some
number one.
I love me some Patrick Stewart.
Who does?
Patrick
Oh,
Stewart.
do that new show that's coming out. That's going to be on Stars. I can't wait for that.
Oh, what's it called? I know I've heard about it. but
It's
I
like
can't-
Blunt Talk or something
Blunt
like that.
Talk, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I wanna
God,
see
it
that.
just looks hilarious.
I'm going to check that out for sure.
But yeah, so should be. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So we have Comic-Con, we have all that kind of stuff, but Disney is actually doing their expo right now.
Oh, okay.
And I guess according to they just
DX25
yeah,
or something?
yeah, DX25. So they just released a bunch of lists of the next. They kind of did like the Marvel movie of like, oh yeah, this is the next couple of Pixar films that are coming out, bitches, so suck it, kind of thing. But according to everything, I guess they might be releasing a Captain America 3 trailer sometime soon for
Nice.
the Civil
Oh,
War. So
cool.
that should be interesting. But yeah, some of the movies that were released was The Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, Finding Dory. I think they have like The Friendly Dinosaur is going to be their next film that's coming out, and then Cars 3, which I'm going to be honest, I only saw Cars 1. Did anyone see the second one?
I didn't even see the first one, to be quite
Okay.
honest with you.
The first one was good.
No, the first one's good, but it's just like I was just like, to me, it wasn't one of those movies that cried out, "We need a sequel." But I could be wrong. Again, I don't run Pixar. I'm pretty sure if I did, I would not be here. I'd be a millionaire, just going like, "Look at all my fucking money, bitches."
Shit.
I just Pixar'd all over your face, neck, and chest.
Pixar all up on your face.
Speaking
Biatch.
of Captain America, I saw some screenshots of Black Panther. Did you see those?
Yes, I saw those. Yes.
T'Challa looking good.
Yeah,
He's
it was
looking
cool.
really good.
It was like him and Winter Soldier on like a rooftop.
Yeah. Now, did you guys hear the breakdown of the teams yet?
No.
I know that they're posted, but
Oh, you don't want to know?
I've been staying away. I've been staying
Oh,
away.
okay, okay.
I've heard some, and I've heard some that differ. I've heard that some differ from how it went down in the comics.
Some different. Well, again, some different around from the comic because again, Marvel does not own the rights to every single character.
Right.
Because I mean, according to the actual Marvel universe, this is the cool twist: is Ben Grimm and Mr. Fantastic Richard Reeds are on Iron Man's side, but then the other two, Susan Storm and Johnny Storm, or on Captain America's side, which is putting a strain, obviously, on their marriage at that point. So that's kind of a cool... That was a cool concept with that in the comic books. But, of course, they do not own these characters. Yeah. So I saw...
They should if Sony would just stop fucking...
Not Sony.
Oh, Fox.
Fox.
If Fox would just stop putting out utter shit.
Well, I'll put it this way, though. Fox might have torpedoed that fucking movie. Like, that movie must have just gone down. But what did it just open for? The release date for the next Fantastic Four might have just been booted, and guess what might take its place? Deadpool 2. The movie hasn't even come out yet, and Fox is like, let's do a sequel on this one instead.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
But yeah, so Civil War...
I'm not even seeing anything but the trailer, but I'm okay with that.
I won't ruin who's on whose side, but I will say this. Spider-Man is in the movie, so we have that definitely, which will be really kind of cool, and a couple of other characters. But what's weird is Black Panther is in the movie, but his role was kind of switched with somebody else's, so you're kind of like, oh, okay, we'll see what they do with that. So if you haven't listened to the latest Long Box cast, we did talk about that, I think. So, Eric, don't listen to it, apparently. I didn't know you were trying to be really hush up with it.
I just don't want to, because I know that it differs from the comics, so I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to see that story as it plays out. And I was kind of surprised that they just straight up released the teams before I was kind of surprised that they even did that.
Well, that's the thing, though. They released the teams, but there's a lot of characters that are still in the movie that have not picked a side yet. So I wonder if this is just a teaser, because they did talk about Mark Ruffalo being in the same era as Captain America Civil War, because, of course, he was not picked up for...
a Hulk 2?
Well, not the Hulk 2, but he wasn't picked up for this movie yet. And everyone's like, why not? But then all of a sudden, people said they saw him on set, people taking pictures, so let's see where the Hulk takes place in. And, of course, there's also Thor is not in the movie because Thor will be dealing with the Ragnarok series, which is actually going to be sad. So if anybody actually knows that storyline... I don't want to give any spoilers away if you haven't heard.
Is that the next Thor movie?
That's the next
Thor movie is
and last Thor movie. I'll leave it at that.
Well, I like the way Marvel is so fucking smart when it comes to this shit. Like I said, first of all, they built up their ensemble piece by producing 6 awesome movies to lead up to their awesome ensemble piece, and then they continue to do that. And with the last one, they introduced us to new characters that are going to be able to perpetuate the series. Like we could get a Scarlet Witch movie, we could get a Vision movie, they have that potential
you got Falcon,
to just do all of that. Exactly. Because they introduced these new characters. Now they've built themselves up. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Did you see Ant-Man?
I have not yet.
No?
I really want to. I just haven't.
You know
got a
the
chance
story
yet.
with Ant-Man though. With that's actually phase 2 closing out.
Technically, yeah. That's what threw me off. Is I was looking at the way they broke it down. Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 is what they've got so far. Phase 2 ended with Ant-Man, not with Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
they're counting Ant-Man as part of Phase 2 of Avengers.
Which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
Well, I guess I could see that just because the overlap.
No. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But what's kind of cool about it, that means right out of the gates, they're giving us Civil War as the kickoff to Phase 3. So, and then their final closing curtain is Infinity Wars.
Yeah, part 1 and 2. They're splitting it up.
They're splitting it up and everything.
I think part 2 is also going to be part of Phase 3, though. I know they have it broken down.
Well, because one comes out one year and one comes out the other.
Otherwise, what? It'd be Phase 4?
Right.
Well, they're already having Phase 4 because that comes the Inhumans then.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange and I forget what else is in that ensemble.
I guess it makes sense to start it off Phase 4 because, if you end at Phase 3, then, they have to tease the next.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's got to be this gradual, just coast of.
Well,
just
basically, yeah. Because I think Phase 3 is going to kick off with Captain America, and then the next one after that isn't until a year later. But I believe it's what is it called? Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yeah. Because that movie's going to be playing into. This is what's so going to be crazy because apparently, that's going to be combining with because they'll have to deal with Thanos in the thing. So you're going to see Rocket Raccoon, Groot interacting with Hulk and Iron Man, which is going to be
so
fucking
awesome.
Sweet. Of course, then you're building into. Then you got. I think the Doctor Strange movie is coming out in between that, so of course he might be part of that ensemble as well.
Have they tackled who's going to play that character?
Doctor
Strange.
Yeah, it's Benjamin.
Cumberbatch. That's right, because they were talking about Joaquin Phoenix
And then
But
they
it's
switched over,
Cumberbatch. That's right,
which is
that's
funny
right.
because Morgan
Balderdash
Freeman.
cucumber box, you mean?
Yeah,
This,
that's
what I
exactly
love,
what I mean.
Morgan Freeman, the guy who plays Watson, is in Civil War. I don't know what his role is yet, so they're already putting those two
Martin
people
Freeman?
together.
Martin Freeman. Not Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's a different guy.
No, he's in it too.
Yeah.
He's narrating.
Of course he is.
He
He
narrates
has to.
everything.
So
According to
Yes.
right now, what we're looking at, I guess Inhumans is supposed to be actually the last of Phase 3.
Oh, it's the last of Phase 3. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was the last of Phase 3 or
It
the
is?
beginning of Phase 4.
Yeah.
Because they're already inducing...
The breakdown they've got going is it's going to be Captain America: Civil War.
Yes.
Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy
That
2.
was it, okay.
An untitled Spider-Man film.
I don't know if that... Oh, you
I
actually
don't know
know
if
it
that's
is.
actually going to happen or not.
No, it is actually going to happen, which they actually kind of released a couple of characters that might be in that already.
And then we've got Thor: Ragnarok,
Yes.
Avengers: Infinity War Part 1.
Yes.
Then we get Black Panther, Captain Marvel, before Avengers: Infinity War Part 2, and then Inhumans. And Inhumans is set to come out just a month after Infinity Wars Part 2.
Oh shit!
Now we're talking 2019 now for these ones.
No, but
We got this shit planned out.
Inhumans is what? Who's that?
Inhumans is basically these people who are on. Basically, they're already setting up the universe with. This is like the crazy part. They're setting up all the Inhumans universe in Agents of Shield.
Agents
show.
of Shield, yeah.
So is that Daredevil?
No, that's actually. Oh,
Who are?
Daredevil's also in this universe, but they're
I know, but they're like who's? What is that?
they're the shit. What is it called?
Yeah,
the,
the fucking people. Their group. It's
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm
her.
saying.
Lisa.
Oh,
Isn't there Lisa?
Hold on.
in
let me
the
figure it out.
Humans.
The girl.
Talking
like-
about-
No. He's talking about Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. Thank you.
You're talking about Luke
Punisher.
Cage.
Luke
Well,
Cage.
Punisher actually might be getting his own spin-off series, but I don't know if he's going to be included in their thing. Hold on.
It's not the Inhumans.
No, it's but it's Luke Cage, it's Iron Fist, it's Jessica Jones, it's Daredevil, and
I'm sure people listening to this are screaming out right now.
yeah, they're probably.
Oh, you sons of bitches! How do you not know this?
Sorry.
That's not what I was
Sorry.
looking for. What is it called? It's like, God, I wish Kyle was here. Kyle's like always like so dynamic with it.
I tell you, I'm really looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Doctor Strange. I mean, I'm going to watch all these films. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. I'm going to watch every single one of these fucking movies. But I think the ones I'm most looking forward
here we
to
go.
are Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
All right, here we go. I found an article. Hopefully, you can see the name of the that's it. Okay, so it's Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and the team is called the Defenders.
The Defenders.
God damn it.
Yes,
Such an easy fucking name.
I know. That's
too.
why I was like, so kind of like,
Son
what
of
the
a
hell?
bitch.
But
Sorry, I
Oh,
put something on accidentally. I was like, wait a minute.
no, I was
what's
like,
happening here?
where are we going? Is this we're changing subjects or whatnot? So yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be crazy because you're gonna get to see the whole Hulk and Groot punching the fuck out of Thanos in that movie. It sucks, spoilers, and I don't know if they're gonna change or whatnot. But in the comic series, I have a feeling that the Infinity War Part 1 is going to end with Thanos ripping the stone out of Vision's head, and we lose Vision.
Bums me out, dude. I like
what
Vision.
I'm really
That's
kind of
badass.
hoping though is I'm really kind of hoping that Thanos does something that either looks like Rocket gets killed. He's not dead. It looks like he gets killed, and Groot loses it. Because there was actually a comic series that was really great where all of a sudden you just see, because Groot, they haven't actually described it in the movie universe, but Groot actually, if there's any plant life around, he can harvest it and grow like 10 times bigger. So there's a part where he's actually dropping down from the ceiling. You just see him getting gradually bigger, 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 and he just smashes Thanos into the ground. So it's going to be an interesting movie to see all these characters interact and stuff like that. And actually, I think it will be really funny, and I don't think Marvel's going to do this stuff because obviously they don't listen to the show. But it would be great where Iron Man pulls out some weapons and looks around going like, these are new, and then Rocket, it's all like, oh yeah, I kind of tweaked around with your suit a bit, kind of just like jokes like that. I think it's just going to be fun. But yeah, so Marvel is building up in a big bad way.
Yeah.
So
I'm digging it.
We went to Meltdown Comics again over there because we went to the Meltdown with Jonah Kimmel comedy show.
yeah.
And I don't know enough about comics to like dig deep. Like I like looking at the stuff. I was about to say shit. I don't want to say shit, but I look at graphic novels and things like that. I just don't know too much about the universe. Like there's so much in that comic shop. It's like very, very overwhelming. and you're like, I don't even know where to start. I know my characters and things
Well,
like that.
who are you? Like, what's a character that sticks out that's like, you know what, I'd like to know more about this character?
I love Gambit.
Gambit's the one books I don't have. I was trying to see if
I
I
only
could.
know
I
Gambit
They didn't have the
through
Killing
X-Men.
Joke.
Do you want to borrow that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'll let you borrow it because I trust you and all holy and everything. That that's a. Oh yeah, so I will have to talk about that. Killing Joke. It's going to be an animated cartoon. DC's been... That's the one thing with DC. They've been knocking it out of the park where they take their comic books and boom, and they make it into an animated, like, short or whatnot. Like, I highly recommend Flashpoint Paradox. Highly recommend Justice League War. Highly recommend Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2. Fucking phenomenal. But they're finally doing the Killing Joke. Mark Hamill is coming back to voice the Joker. I think that's going to be his last time. All I'm saying is Tim Bruce from the original animated series is coming back to do it as well. Please get Kevin Conroy to voice Batman, and you guys are solid.
I'm sure they will.
Sure they will. You guys are golden. But yeah, so yeah, I'll let you borrow the Killing Joke. I'm trying to think what else came out. Yeah, actually, if you like the Killing Joke, I'll let you borrow Dark Knight Returns. Actually, is a really good one as well.
Didn't you say there's like a Poison Ivy one and stuff too?
Yeah, I have one where it's the actual origin story of Harley Quinn, but inside they have some side stories. So they have some good they have one with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy doing stuff, which is kind of funny. And that one's actually written by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, the same people who actually pretty much created the Batman animated series, which I don't know if you guys know this story. I'm really nerding out right now, but it's a funny story. So these are the two guys who actually worked on Tiny Toons Adventure.
Nice.
And when the Tim Burton movie came out and it was successful, Warner Brothers like, we're gonna do an animated series of Batman. Paul Dini comes in, throws down his stuff. He goes, I want to write for Batman. The woman's like, okay, great. Bruce Timm comes in, who's animating, throws down his artwork for all these Batman characters. I want to draw the Batman stuff. Okay, great. And then this other guy who was doing like all like the background stuff came in with all those solid like kind of gray and black backgrounds for the whole Batman animated series because they were trying to like adapt the Fletcher cartoons from the Superman ones that came out like in the 1970s, maybe 60s. I'm not sure. And it was just funny. This one was just like, okay, you're in. And it was really funny is the guy... You guys ever see the movie Clue? Yeah. Or Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah.
The guy who played... I'm going to forget his name. He also played Pennywise. Tim Curry was actually the original voice of the Joker in that animated series. And then he decided he did not want to do the voice, and then Mark Hamill came in and did it. So it's kind of interesting stuff. So, yeah, Killing Joke... is phenomenal. I'll let you borrow that after the thing. I'm not going to spoil anything like that. But yeah, I could dig through some comics and see what you like. I mean, it's all just picking out a character that you're kind of interested in and see where it goes. I mean, that's how I basically started. There's a bunch of stuff I still have to jump into as well. Like I'm trying to catch up on The Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern as well, more Batman stories. So. And especially with the new reboot of the New 52, I mean, that just started everything from scratch kind of thing. That was actually, I picked up a Superman comic, and that was the first Superman comic that was like, kind of on board with this character now.
Was it one of the 52s?
Yeah, it was one of the New 52s. But I do have some old comics before that whole switch happened. I also have Watchmen. So
Watchmen.
That's a really
That was
good
a
one.
great series.
That's a great series or whatnot. Speaking of which, I don't know if anybody heard about this news. Speaking of DC Universe, apparently early screenings of Batman v Superman. Ben Affleck has been getting standing ovations for his Batman performance, apparently.
Oh, wow.
DC has went ahead and greenlight 3 Batman movies already to be made after everything is done. So I have a feeling this movie, a lot of people are not giving its credits due, but I think it should do well.
Awesome. It, like I said, from the trailers, I love the way that they tease this movie. You know, the way they flipped it from one trailer to the next, as far as how you thought things were going to go down. So that's pretty damn cool.
Do you know the backstory behind that?
What's that?
So basically, Batman v Superman was a completely different story than what we're getting now.
Oh, really?
Basically, Zack Snyder goes, all right, you're going to bitch, you're going to complain, you're going to do all this stuff, fine. Fuck you. This is what we're doing. Because technically, all the hardcore Superman fans were going to get Man of Steel 2. So instead, he goes, I'm going to retcon that. We'll give you that later. We're going to give you Batman v Superman. That's how we're doing it. So it looks like, yes, Superman is being called for on all the deaths, all the destruction, and everything like that. One person wants to stand up against him. It happens to be Bruce Wayne, who's been out of the game, I guess, for 20 years and is coming back from retirement pretty much, almost giving us a little bit of the Dark Knight Returns thing. So basically, anybody who's complaining about this trailer, probably a Superman fan, going like, oh, they're picking him in a bad light, going like, yeah, but you guys kind of did it to yourselves. So
Right.
So yeah, so that's what I thought was funny when I heard that, where it was going to be a completely different story, which was originally going to be Man of Steel 2, but you guys kept bitching and complaining about Man of Steel, which I actually really liked.
I thought it was good too.
I liked the concept they're doing with it, because I'm like, I think we talked about the Christopher Reeves movie, where like all of a sudden he stops the air, like the helicopter falling, just lands there, and was like, I'm like, okay, reality check here. I don't think people be like, that guy just fucking flew and caught a helicopter. Shouldn't we be a little bit afraid? Like it's not afterwards. He was like, look, I'm Superman. I come from a different planet. I'm here to protect them. People are like, all right, whatnot. No, none of that was said in the Christopher Reeves version. Like, he'd never once been like, I'm here to protect. He was just like, dropped the thing and was like, bye, Lois. And just like took off.
Bye, Felicia.
And it was like,
Finally. Yeah, they had that like moment where she was like, oh my God, who is this guy? And he's just like,
yeah.
wait, come back.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, on my chest stands for stud.
Yeah. But,
As he's flying away. And she's just going, sploosh.
yeah, sploosh. I'm going to have a cigarette, too. She smoked in that movie, too.
Oh, well, that's because it was the times, man. The times.
What's the times, man? Times.
Speaking of time, I
Oh,
think
we're out?
We're getting, we're running
Gotta get
out,
back
we're running out.
in time.
I want to remind everybody to check out our amazing sponsor, Raven, at Revenge Lover. Check out revengelover.com for illustration and design that fit your personality. We also have a great sponsor, Dolly Pop Cosmetics, who
Nice.
has not gotten us any copy yet, so I don't have anything specific to read about them, but go check out their website and their Facebook page. And
They do
whatnot.
makeup.
They're
They make-
sponsoring the newest burlesque.
Yes,
Burlesque
Burlescapades.
show
Yeah,
that's
check
coming
them
out
out
here.
too. They're awesome.
Okay, I'm curious. With
Not
Dolly,
sponsors, but awesome still.
with Dolly Pop Cosmetics, should we just get them on the show
I've-
and let them say
I've-
something, and then we'll just like cut it? I feel bad.
I've
It's like I
asked-
want to promote their shit.
I have asked. I have invited them on the show. They've both said they're a little camera shy, so to speak, even though there's no cameras here. So what most likely will happen is I'll get some copy from them, and then we'll get somebody to record a nice bumper for them, and we'll go there. But until then, just go check out Dolly Pop Cosmetics. It's quality handmade shit we're talking about here, okay? Arts and crafts time
No.
was literally extended for 4 hours to make this stuff. So
No, they do a really good job, and their booths actually really explode during the Comic-Con season out here. So
yeah. So definitely check them out, and don't forget to visit our websites at thesasquatch.net, 4idradio.com, sociallyawkwardstudios.com, and click on that Amazon banner there.
yeah, I was curious about that. I saw this Amazon banner on there. So Eric, tell me, if I click on it, what happens?
You go to Amazon.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay,
Except
okay.
every purchase you make after that, we get just a little bit of a kickback. Doesn't cost you a penny
what?
more.
Wait.
Doesn't add anything to your bill. Not at all.
Wait, okay.
Zero.
So you're telling me
Yes.
I go to the Sasquatch.net,
Yes.
click on that Amazon banner,
Yes, sir.
and I shop like I normally do,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it doesn't cost me anything more,
No,
but it
it
helps
does.
this network run
sure does.
successfully.
That is true.
I like this odds.
It's very true.
Do it. Do it.
Don't forget to visit us online at sociallyawkwardstudios.com, 4idradio.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, the Zune Marketplace, BlackBerry Directory, Blueberry Directory, MirrorGuide, PodDirectory.com, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, SoundCloud, and Player.fm. And, hey, if we're approved, I'm going to get some of our shows over on iHeartRadio, too. So, hey, iHeartRadio, yay.
Boo.
We'll see. I haven't gotten approval yet, but we'll try. We're trying. I've also started the process to submit a show or two to Play.it, which is a new big thing.
Yeah. I listened to a couple podcasts on Play.
I don't know how that. I've started the ball rolling to see how we can go about getting on there as well. If we can, hey, we'll be there too. But until then, folks, why don't you just go ahead and
In the spite of all superhero-ness, I'll just go with this one. You better tap that sass quickly, Robin.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. This shit, I'm out.
I tremble